lock the doors. 3 men at the table. No scripts, no retreat, no fear.
Welcome to the Lion's Den.
Welcome to the den, Lion's Den, where the pressure gets heavy and the real stand firm. Welcome to the den, Lion's Den. 3 voices at the table, let the truth be heard. No running, no folding, no hiding behind the fence. Ronin, BMT, fearless. Welcome to the Lion's Den. First through the gate, let the strategist speak. Calm under pressure, but the structure runs deep. Ronin at the table, every word got weight. Study every system, every motive, every state. Veteran discipline play, long range sight. Separate the facts from the noise in the fight. I do not chase trends, I examine the frame. Follow the incentive, then expose the game. Build with a purpose. Stand on the code, carry the pressure, and control the load. No empty performance, no counterfeit shine. Ronin in the den, hold the line. Ronin, hold the line. BMT enters with the passport stamp. Global perspective, every pattern gets mapped. Traveled in an unfiltered, no rehearsed disguise. Seen the world firsthand, so we recognize his lies. Facts in the chamber, context and place. Culture and money examined face to face. Cyber mind sharp, business sense clean. He reads the machinery behind the machine. Receipts for the claim, evidence before spin. BMT brought the world inside the den. Bring the facts. Forward, tighten your stance. Direct with the question, never dodging the chance. Competition in his blood, business in his mind. When the pressure gets heavy, he does not step behind. Challenge every weakness, every gap in defense. Drive the point home with experience and sense. No fear in the voice, no retreat in the chest. Disagreement is pressure, pressure breathe is the test. No apology often, no convenient bend. Fearless brings the challenge inside the den. Never back down. Fearless, never back down.
3 men, different roads, different scars, different codes. 1 table, 1 standard, 1 den. Who holds the line?
Ronin.
Who brings the facts?
BMT.
Who brings the challenge?
Fearless.
Where are we now? The Lion's Den.
Lion's Den, where the pressure gets heavy and the real stand firm. Welcome to the den, Lion's Den. 3 voices at the table, let the truth be heard. No running, no folding, no hiding behind the fence. Ronin, BMT, fearless. Welcome to the Lion's Den.
Check the levels, cameras ready. Microphones live. Ronin ready. BMT ready. Fearless ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. We are live.
All right, welcome to the Lion's Den. We are back for another episode. And if you don't recall, we're going to bring back another brother that we've had on the show back about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. Marty McFly, a good friend of Canal, Black Man Travels. But Fearless, we're going to check in with you today and see how you're doing. What's going on in Texas? How's the weather? How the people, and what's the politics like going on right now? I mean, we're coming up on midterms really fast, right?
Everything is hot, man. Everything is hot. I mean, it's so hot that a dude knocked on my door and was asking me to vote for this lady. And the sad thing was, it was a Republican, and everything she said, I agreed with. What is it was the sun? Was it
right?
The hotness coming out? She said lower property taxes. Everything we talked about before, lower property taxes, alternatives to college, such as trade schools, getting scholarships for that. And I said, man, are the Republicans coming up here in Texas? So other than that,
got a question for you. Was she an AIPAC member or not?
Now, they didn't say anything about that. They might have kept that on low. I don't know where she was getting her money from. But,
yeah, you got to figure out where that money is from. What we say, follow the money, right?
Follow the money.
So you already know.
But other than that, man, it's
appreciate
hot here. The weather's great. And shoot, we just trying to make it, man.
Yeah.
I think we got a few more days of this. We got 90 days of over 100 degrees.
What?
Oh, yeah, man. I think it was 106 today.
Yeah, my mom was saying something about that in Kansas. They've been having a heat wave there as well. You know, it's raining like cats and dogs right now in the day.
Oh, we ain't.
You know,
I don't think we
we've
had
had a
rain for
couple of
like 60
cyclones.
days.
Yeah, we had a cyclone that was coming through here, but again, I live up in the mountains, so I'm blessed to know that I don't have to really worry about some of the things. But if I showed you some videos right now about Cebu and Manila, they walking around in 3 to 4 foot worth of water. Half of them people are swimming to get somewhere because they're about 4 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? So it's terrible in certain areas when it comes to flood control, the rain, and some of the other things that I'm not supposed to talk about. I want my visa every 2-3 months. So, you know, I'm going to leave some of that alone. Other than that, we got Black Man Travels. He's doing a little fatherly duty. And we got Marty McFly. We'll get ready to bring him up. When was the last time you were in Brazil? Because I've never been.
I was there 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I had, for that 2 years, I went like 6 times.
So did you say you got the Brazilian bug once you went once? And was it just Rio? Or did you go to some other place?
No, I went to Rio, Sao Paulo, and wherever the other black people go there. And matter of fact, hold on, I'll tell you where else I went. I just wrote this down because I went to Fogo de Chao. And the woman we was comparing something.
Yeah, Mollywood Talks. Don't worry about that. Fearless got that military cut. No, Fearless got that bald cut. There ain't nothing military about that. He trying to hide them. Unlike me, you get what I'm saying? My shit is it's holding on with all fibers. And she don't want me to cut it.
Minas Gerais. That was one place. So where is that located? It's in the interior of Rio. So
yeah.
Somebody recommended some food and places, so I traveled there. Yeah, I kind of got. Oh, and the other one, Belo Horizonte, something like that.
Right. But shout out to everybody that's in the room so far. 17 people in the room right now. Please hit the like button, share it as we start. I know we got Love Crossing Borders who's probably finishing up on his live, so. You know, we got some joint subscribers that are just pulling up, at least to pay respects, and we appreciate that. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channels. We appreciate your time and choosing our channel over some others, because I know it's a hard choice sometimes.
And when I say 6 times, that was just 6 times in that year. So if you remember, I had a good friend that worked for American Airlines. And so there was times that I would, on a Thursday, I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to do for Friday. On Thursday, I knew the plane left at 7 o'clock. I get to the airport 7 p.m. I was flying first class, and I'd get there at 7 a.m. in the morning. And on the flight, I think I'd fall asleep about midnight. They served me dinner. I wake up to breakfast. I get off the flight. I'd be there at 7 a.m. I just take my luggage, put it on, go to, because I couldn't check in yet. So I put my luggage into the hotel. I go to the beach. I get a massage. I have breakfast, and then I would lay. And I think I'd stay there. One time I flew down there for 24 hours. I left on a Friday. I got there Saturday. I partied all day Saturday until Sunday, and then I left Sunday and got back Monday. I had a manicure, massage, beach. So people are like, what did you do for the weekend? I was like, bruh, I can't even tell you. It's like the Bat Cave. It's some secrets. We can't roll with it. So yeah, that was the time, man. Then that girl decided to go ahead and get married and messed up my whole schedule. So I was going down there just to eat at a restaurant. That's how bad it was. I would go down. That's
when you had those gold member points for Spirit Airline, huh? That's your Spirit Airline.
That's American Airlines.
Oh, it was American.
I went down there because my wife said she wanted this hair product. I was like, oh, I know where they sell it at. I'll see you in 36 hours.
You literally would fly down there just for a product or two?
It cost me $24, man. It cost me $24 to fly first class.
What year was this?
It was
1812
ago. Because I was flying not as a companion, like somebody who worked there. I was flying as their companion.
Okay.
Yeah,
guys would kill for a $24 flight to get down to Brazil, bro.
I was on a mission, man. So I was.
I mean,
I think one time. When was it? The wife went down there with me. We stayed like maybe 10 days, 2 weeks.
mhm.
So we were all over Sao Paulo. We even took a train or a bus from Sao Paulo to Rio or one of the vice versa. So not no buddy pass. Buddy pass ain't getting you. Buddy pass ain't helping you out.
Not
You
for
need-
$24.
Nah, you
God,
flying-
dog.
Buddy pass is what the cheap people got. I fly like I was her husband.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
I was the
So
companion
it's a
pass.
partner. Yeah,
So I
compartner.
go on. And I'm
Yeah,
flying.
you were upgraded. You were
Oh.
upgrade.
Matter of fact, this is how bad I was. If I couldn't get first class, I just wouldn't go. If first class was taken
Yeah.
that week, it was loaded. Like I ain't going. I'm not going. So shoot.
Yeah, we getting ready to bring up some facts about, what's really going on in Brazil. It ain't hearsay. Marty's got boots on the ground. He's a good friend of Canal. So you already know he's coming with the receipts. That brother just stepped off a beach filming and right here on the live tonight.
Let me see.
He said he had a co-worker that dated a flight attendant just so he could fly for free.
Bruh.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get those. Hey,
I
take
believe the
advantage of
mayor
your
should. I tell that girl,
resources.
please don't
that's
get married.
equal opportunity resource getting. You get what I'm saying? If she gonna take advantage of your resources, why can't you take advantage of her?
Man, I was. Man, shoot, that first class, man, it got me spoiled. I had to always, going from first class to some Spirit. Oh man, that was like heartbreak.
So you had to bring up the Spirit. So you know what I got to do, right?
Heartbreak.
You know what I got to do with the Spirit, right? Here it comes. To remind y'all that y'all asked out, and you lost how many points with Spirit when they closed?
300,000. I was flying to be flying all
Damn.
summer. Man. My whole summer was taken care of. Yep, I left that one. They did not like me. Let's see, I'm trying to look at all my stuff. I'm looking at my hang gliding.
All right. So we're just trying to wait for a couple more people to get in the room before we bring up Marty McFly, our brother. Man, don't be texting. Get your ass up here, Black Man Travels. Are you ready? You done doing your fatherly things, man? I took you down off the panel. You sitting here chatting. You said I use all my points before Spirit shut down.
I tried.
He was, matter of fact, you had to rebook all your flights to the Dominican Republic that week, didn't you?
Yeah, I was.
And it jumped from what to what? What was your price tag once they got done?
I was 190 for all three of us. I ended up paying $1,600.
Ah, damn, that's almost 1,000% upgrade. At least 100. I know that hurt.
Man, that hurt. It hurt. That was.
Did you go
painful.
through Frontier? Who'd you go through to get those rates?
American. I was flying on American.
The ghetto Greyhound might be back. Shout out to Chalupe. I appreciate you brothers pulling up. We're about to really start the show. We're trying to do a little
I'm
intro
gonna share this
and
real
drag
quick.
it out a little bit.
Going on it, but,
yeah.
Let's see.
No, we're trying to give them time to get in here.
Yeah, we'll give them some
like I said,
time,
I know
yeah.
some people are clearing out of other rooms. That's the only reason we kind of hold it off. Salute tune.
I'll play it at a fast speed. This is
Two-tone.
just me hang
What the
gliding
hell?
down there.
Who's this?
Oh, that's me, brother. I'm jamming. I'm hang gliding.
All right, there, super brother, over there trying to put your arms out like you Superman.
Oh yeah, I was.
I don't know how you do that with another brother next to you though. I'm trying to. I'm a
They
little
ain't gonna let me go
confused.
solo.
You couldn't get a little female to fly with, man. You gotta
I
buddy
wouldn't trust
up
no
with a.
female in the air like that, brother. I don't trust pilots. And what you mean? I'm gonna put my
Hey,
life
you
on the line
weightless
with
at that
some
point.
female?
But hold up, you weightless at that point. It shouldn't matter who's
Hey, it don't
flying you,
matter,
right?
brother. Look, in emergencies, I need to know that the brother, got some experience. I can't get on emotion. She might be mad at her boyfriend or something.
She gonna kill you both out of
Yeah, I ain't
out
going
of.
down to her. We're not doing that. You You're not tricking me.
That shit is funny. He's like, nah. She said, been to Brazil several times. Yeah, we know. We gonna get your story, man. You gotta get back up here. Stop chatting. Get up here. Do your thing, Daddy. What's the best time to go to Brazil? Is Rio the best place for first timer? Guess what, Two-Tone? We're gonna answer that question with a brother that's there. So without further ado, you know what?
On us, their season is kind of flipped. So like when it gets to February, which would be their carnival, that's kind of where their summer is ending. So they're opposite of us. So our summer is their winter and vice versa.
Or you can come somewhere like here and all you get is 2 seasons, rainy season and motherfucking hot. That's what you get here. Okay. Hot and humid. If you like being steamed to death, come on here. Come on. All right. So we're going to go ahead and bring up Marty McFly. And we're still waiting on Black Man Travels to join us, but that's okay. We're going to go over some basic numbers and we get into some conversations as we go along. And of course, Marty's going to come with a lot of receipts.
I'm gonna share this real quick while we're bringing him up, just so you can see. You know, I know it's all about women. We always say it's about women, but man, you can have some fun. I was there taking some crazy pics. This is one of the pics. Hired a dude who took us around, so you know I was jumping like Michael Jordan, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing. You see that?
Who threw you up there? No, you must have jumped off the side of that wall. You physically do not have hops like that.
Brother, don't be mad at my.
Hey, you do not have. I seen you, man. You rock. No,
don't be mad at my reach. You see that shadow? Ain't nothing holding me down.
You as tall as a pebble. How the hell you get up that high? You must have jumped off that wall.
Nothing holding me down, man. Look.
Yeah, you jumped off that wall, bro.
You had no wall. Look at that.
And then the wifey's right underneath of you too.
I'm way over her head. See, look at that. Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
All right, welcome Marty McFly. Welcome, brother. Welcome back to the Lion's Den. I know it's been a minute, and I know you continue to live down in Brazil and enjoying your life.
Good to be back. Good to be. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Doing well.
That's good, man. That's smooth. We are back on the Lion's Den. Woo! Okay. Energized right now.
Introduce yourself to our show again. I know you got followers that are coming in through a different stream, but reintroduce yourself to the Lion's Den, and then we can go over some basic numbers and kind of spin off on whatever you want to talk about. Reality-wise of being in Brazil, because like I said, you've seen the stats. We can look at charts all day, but really boots on the ground versus what you look at on infographics is a big deal.
Boots on the ground. Okay, so basically, I've been retired for about, I would say 3.5 years. In that time, I kind of immediately moved to Brazil. Once I got here, obviously, you know, when you first get somewhere, it's going to be tough. And now for me, I never been to Brazil before. You know, it was like first time there and I stayed there. So there was a lot of paperwork that you had to go get official. Things like your CPF number, new bank account or a bank account. And then
so do you have your visa or are you just a permanent resident? What did you do?
I actually have my residency.
Okay.
Yeah, my retirement residency. Thank goodness that just came through like 2 months ago. But before then,
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Before then, I had a retirement visa. You know, it's more or less the same kind of thing. But once you get like the residency and then you convert that into a permit, you don't have to keep. Well, I think you do it like once. Yeah, you got to do it like once every 10 years. But that's nothing. You know, you probably do the same thing with your passport. You know, so that's not a big deal. But it beats every 2 years having to go. You know, even though I don't personally do it, I got a lawyer for that. But you just got to stay on top of it. But basically, you know, it's tough at first because you have to understand this is not the USA. Okay, so you have a different culture here. It takes some getting used to. Now, you do have the thought of Brazil, which is the weekend warrior. You know, because most guys that come here, they're only here for a week and a half, maybe 2.
Right.
And they do the same 6 blocks radius of activity.
No, brother, they do Postal 5. That's all. I know.
1 block.
Only go to Postal 5.
You know, and we can get into that. Like, I mean, it's quite funny after you live here for a while, and you can start to view things as locals do. It gives you a different perspective on that whole thing, and why certain behaviors percolate the way they do because of said behaviors. But we can get into that. You know, that's
right.
That's we gonna go there. I know Kinol's in here. He's not here yet.
He's still doing fatherly things and commenting in the comments, basically. But
okay.
The income snapshot that we got up here, how close is that to reality as far as your cost of living and some of the things you're doing while you're down there? If you can see this chart.
Yeah,
you know, the USD is underneath the real. So your average monthly income, they're saying, could be up to maybe $635 a month. You know,
for the normal Brazilian, that's about more or less accurate, because one of the things that you do notice here is that there is not the opportunity. I'm from New York City, right? So
okay.
When I was living there, I don't know how it is now, because jobs is kind of scarce. But basically, in the U.S. in general, you have opportunity. Like, you might not want to do that job, but there is a job to do. Whereas in Brazil, there is nothing. There is, those City of God movies are popular for a reason, because it's almost like if you live here, you're most likely going to die here. And that's just the way it is, So the opportunity to do things is actually very scarce, which explains a lot of social behaviors that you'll start to understand as you.
Now, let's not skirt over that social behavior comment. Okay,
you see, I'm talking about.
No, we get real here. We don't want to sell the dream. We want to sell the reality.
I ain't selling no dream. You know that.
Right.
I'm just. I don't know how far we gonna go in the first 5 minutes.
As far as an American, hey, we got to get real, because then we're gonna have fun with your videos and the reality of you getting ingrained in the culture. Obviously, you've been there almost 4 or 5 years now.
Like 3.5 to be fair.
All right. So are you feeling like you're in danger with these social things that you just skirted over, as far as being in danger in the area that you're in? And are you in a nice area?
That you see, the only people that come here and feel in danger are the people that don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? When you come here, you get real frightful if you start holding your little man purse close, and you start looking over your shoulder, and it's cool. I understand that this is not the environment for you, but it's mainly because you don't know anybody. It's not about being tough, because the thing about it, you could be the 6'5", 300 pounds.
You can't beat the whole country.
Yeah, it only takes 6 guys to take you down. So it's not about being tough and I'm from this hood, and like none of that matters. What matters over here is relationships. Like, for instance, I play that if you want me to. If I could play it later, but the clip that I showed you earlier.
Anything you want to upload, just share it with us, and we can talk through it as we go through whatever we want to talk about. So that's
I can play it. I can play it.
If you play it
right off the screen. Yeah, I can play it right off the screen like I did before. Yeah, like this video right here. I did this literally 2 hours ago. I'll let it play first.
Woo! She's pretty buffed out, bro.
Oh yeah, she's not playing around. I let it play first, and I'll give a little backstory.
Okay, she's squatting a whole woman.
Yeah, I got audio if y'all want to hear it.
I mean, as long as we ain't got no background music, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll keep it on mute. It's no big deal.
But nah, man. I mean, that's cool. And is she part of your circle of friends, or is she just a random person that showed up, or and like one of your friends? What?
Well, see, on the beach, things at random tend to happen, right? And what was going on before this, and I'm gonna bring it all into full circle in a second once this ends. Okay, so to bring it all into full circle, this is my friend right here from Colombia. I flew her out. She's actually coming out here in December.
Wait, Marty. See, you like to skirt over stuff that brother said you shouldn't do.
Oh man, the monkey files is coming. The monkey files is coming.
You brought a whole Colombian woman. You flew Sam to another beach?
Yeah, you know, see, when you have access to the monkey files, you kind of understand how to do these things. I was in Colombia in April. I was there for a month, staying in the penthouse with a pool, right? And remember, Colombia was my spot before I went to Brazil. Everybody, when they knew I was retiring, they're like, Marty's definitely going to Colombia. Why? Because I got my entire network in Colombia. Everything's decked out. And we're going to get into that in a second. But one of the things that I got down there is a plethora of girls that I know who, you know, they could be models, they could be regular girls.
Is this true as far as the identity of this woman? She's is that Brittany, and is she an adult star?
Oh yeah,
but she's
she's proud of it too. That's my homegirl though. Not like my girl, but that's like she comes to Brazil like twice a year. Yeah, you know.
Best believe we understand. Yeah, you can have low key girls like that as long as you understand who you're dealing with, and you
got to understand. And see, the thing is, all of these people are interconnected, right? She's my friend. She comes out to Brazil like twice a year. We hang out. She has a great time. Now, what does that do? She goes back with footage, photography, video. She shows her friends, right? Her friends say, ooh, I want to go. Well, baby, I got a couple bedrooms here. Y'all could come on down. So you got to understand, everything is relationship. And then that's one of the big things that I'm going to highlight when I'm talking to you guys. Because a lot of people that go to these countries, it's like the first time every time.
Yeah, you got to build social circles, as your boy Brandon says, and we say it all the time. As long as you've been in the country, for you not to have relationships, and if anybody understands 6 or 12 degrees of separation, all that goes in the intermingling of getting engrossed and infused in a culture in a country is because somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows that person that you're dealing with.
Yeah, like, so let me turn the audio down on this right here. So basically, what I see a lot of guys do when they go to these countries, and this is what separates the real travelers from the weekend warriors, right? You'll have these guys go down there with the shiny belt buckles. You know what I'm talking about. They got little rhinestones on the buckles, hat to the back. They go to the club and make it rain. I get it, right? But every time they go there, they don't know nobody. They don't own anything. Not only do they not own anything, they're not trying to own. And even if they wanted to own, they don't have the money. Now, the thing is, like, I understand not everybody's going to have the money, but they're not even thinking to have the money. And if they had the money, who would you give it to trustworthy to make something happen? Right? So now we go on to phase 2. Phase 2, and I call this the monkey files. And I know there's a lot of monkey stuff chimping out going around. Listen, dudes, y'all gonna have to get over that. You're gonna have to understand some ground rules when it comes to traveling, especially in South America. Okay, like let's bring it in a little circle. I know you guys huddling. All right, listen. When you go to these countries, the most powerful thing is not your man status. It is not your genetic code or I'm the original man. No. What rules is power. Okay? And to be quite honest, black dudes that go overseas, especially to Latin American countries, do not wield power. Now,
Say that again. Say it one more time with your chest.
Yeah, man,
So you
black
can get all
men-
these dudes upset.
Yeah, man. Listen,
Go ahead, say
I'm
it
gonna
with your
tell.
chest.
And the reason why I can say this is because I deal with the dudes with power. So I'm gonna say it again. Black dudes, because this is who we talking about. We ain't talking about Chinese and Asian and all that. Black dudes that go overseas. I know some guys 20 years been hitting up Brazil. Don't own nothing. I know dudes that 20 years in Colombia can't speak Spanish. I know dudes 10 years in Colombia don't even know their next door neighbor. And I'm just saying, I'm dropping bombs. I'm just saying. This is just the ground floor. We're not even cracking like the ceiling. This is like basics, right? So look at Colombia now. Now 3 months, and people in my Substack, 3 months before the whole debacle of being banned from Colombia was going on, I told my subscribers, because I have connections with Interpol and I have connections with the government. I said, yo, in 3 months, you are going to see bans. In 3 months, you're going to see people automatically get booted out of these countries that make content. And when I tried to tell them, oh, Marty, you hating. That's what they say. That's how they sound when they talk about
Not in the Mickey Mouse voice.
yeah, the Mickey Mouse voice. Oh, Marty, you hating. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, don't do that. Don't.
So you a hater, Marty? You a hater, Marty?
I told him, I was like, listen, man. Yeah, go ahead.
This thing, this IG in the back chat, is this, what is this link for before I share it so people understand what it is?
That is the hotel, bar, and restaurant that I own in Colombia.
Wait, say that again?
I say it one more time. I say it one more time.
Okay.
I say
for the
it one more
haters in
time.
the back, for the haters in the back that ain't
I'm
doing
say
it right.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hear your sound bite, but I get it.
Yeah. That link is for my restaurant, bar, and what was the other thing I said? Restaurant, bar, and hotel. Sorry. Mm-hmm. That I own right now. I have another project. I have 2 more projects coming up. The immediate project that I'm actually doing that starts in October is a 13-story residential high-rise building in the Parque Segundo Medellin area. Now, out of these 13 floors,
you're living in Brazil. You have your permanent residency in Brazil, but you see business opportunities in Medellin. So you double back into Colombia, and you're operating and partnering, and you're utilizing your inner circle and your connections to build and partner up with other people. And now, are these Colombians you're partnering up with? Are these Americans, or a combination thereof?
It's a mixture of Colombians as well as expat businessmen living in Colombia, if that makes sense. It's a mixture. Okay. You know, quick question. Do you hear the explosions that I'm doing, or you just don't hear certain sound bites?
No, I could barely hear some of that. I know you had it sounded like a wrestler type of sound bite in the background. We just barely could hear it. We can't really hear it.
Okay, so if I do this, you can't hear it?
Yeah, your sound.
If I do this?
No, can't hear it.
Oh, that's wild.
My soundboard doesn't overwhelm somebody else's show too. So I have a lot of sounds loaded on my soundboard and stuff, and I can't use them on other people's channels.
Wow, I wonder why.
I don't know why it doesnn't do that either. You would have to pipe it in through, like, you know how you share videos and then you can share sound. It's something like that stops it.
I didn't know that. Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at the audio settings in a little bit. But what was I saying? So that's one project, multi-million-dollar spot. The second project is, and I don't even know if this other 2 more that's going on. People don't know they're building a beach in Medellin, Colombia. I don't know if anybody knows about it. It's like
No,
currently
no.
going
Talk
on.
this up because a lot of people are angry. Brothers are being singled out. They're being turned around. And me and Fearless did a show about how, just the cruise line industry alone for DR was worth $2 billion. Y'all ain't that important. The money is important.
Yeah, listen. The reason why they're getting rid of you ninjas is because when black people travel, they don't know how to shut the fuck up. You understand?
You're gonna say it like that? Just black people?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, we keeping it real, right? When these guys travel, everything has to be a stage production, right? Look at the girls I got. Oh, look, we're on a date. Look at me. I'm doing this for this amount of money, right? And it's too much flash, too much dash, and I know the first thing people are gonna say, but Joey does it too. But you're not a Joey nigga. You're Jamal, okay? You have to understand.
Oh man, not a Jamal.
Yeah, you Jamal. Oh, you gotta hit him with the Mickey Mouse voice. Oh, I'm a Jamal. Oh no. Like, you a Jamal. I wish I could drop my sound effects here. That shit sounds so crazy right now. But and because you hold no power, you are the easiest target. Right?
Right.
So if you're the one that's gone over there creating all the noise, and it's negative noise, right? I'm put it to you like this. We're gonna give you a scenario, real easy scenario to follow. Because I know I probably got some haters like, this nigga's corny. Okay, fine. Give you a scenario just like
as
this.
As long as you showing videos like this now, they're gonna say, well, see, she's a porn star, so Marty, that ain't really your woman. Yes, throw up another video. I personally just keep on shifting.
I personally would never show my woman on anywhere, but I'll show you.
Say that twice.
Like these, and this is what I'm talking about. I personally will never show you my woman. However, I'm very social, so I'm gonna be in contact with hundreds of women doing photos and videos, and that's what I show these guys. So if they're like, oh, but she's a porn star, like that's the Mickey Mouse shit, okay? But I can play other videos. That's not even a big deal.
Yeah, go ahead and just as you're talking, shift to whatever videos you want, as long as we ain't got no,
Yeah, everything is safe. Everything is safe.
Right.
So
that's my
homegirl right here. Yeah, it's my Colombian homegirl right here. So what they gonna say now? Anyway, so what was I saying? So let me give you a simple scenario. Something simple. Joey goes to a bar. He's interviewing a girl. He says, I'm looking for a wife. Right? It's cutesy wootsy, So he goes to the girl. He says, hey, I'm looking for a wife. I need a girl who's going to cook and clean. And obviously, he's a Joey. She's Latin. So they Latin women are attracted to Joeys, if you don't know. So he's going to say, give me a kiss on the cheek. So he's going to turn his cheek, right? So she's going to come in to kiss the cheek, and guess what he does? He turns and gets the kiss on the lips. Oh, this is so cute, right? This is Joey having a good time. Okay, let's reverse this. Okay? Jamal goes to the same restaurant. He goes, hey, sister, my name's Jamal. And he's, I'm looking for a wife. And she goes, yeah. And then he goes, yeah, just give me a kiss. And then he turns his cheek, nigga, that's SA, you getting deported. Like, that's the difference, okay?
Right.
You're not, you can't do the same thing, right? And then on top of that, a lot of these guys do these activities with known pros, and they promote it, because some people will say, well, that kind of thing is legal in Colombia. What's the big deal? It's almost like there's certain things that are acceptable in your hood, but you don't want that broadcasted out. That's for your hood. So when an outsider comes in, especially an outsider who don't run shit, you don't own shit, and you're broadcasting the worst of their culture, they're going to be like, okay, let's put a stop to this. Let's get you out of here so we can make room for people with real money, so we can change the image of our country, at least externally, because people will say, well, they doing it locally, and that's true, but that ain't you, and this ain't your country. So I hear a lot of people get really emotional. Well, why are they doing this to Jamals and not the Joeys? You're not a Joey. These people see you as monkeys. I wish I had my explosion where I can just pop it off. Let me try to hit the button.
Now,
we getting into it.
What I got?
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know if you heard that.
Listen,
No,
we talked about Jonin the other day, and people getting their feelings hurt when you telling them the truth. You know, what's said behind closed doors is not necessarily not said out loud. Y'all just don't hear it.
Yeah.
But this is how they think about you. And this is coming from somebody that lives there.
Yeah,
I would say y'all need to listen because he's connected. He builds. He has businesses there. So what you guys don't have privilege to see, you're going to actually get to hear tonight in what Marty's saying.
Hey,
so go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Marty?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. Let me just take a minute to acknowledge Marty. Look, I've traveled with Marty. I've done some things with Marty, Colombia. Marty is the real deal. Like I personally know Marty. He's a great guy, a good friend. He's connected. He's extremely connected. So the stuff he's saying, I've seen the receipts. I've actually partake in those receipts, and he's the real deal. Not too often, I'll actually praise another traveler because I'm not that easily impressed. But when I am impressed, I give that person that recognition. So definitely, Marty is the real deal. And the stuff he has to say tonight, listen to it because he's speaking truth. And Brazil is not what you think it is. I mean, people get fantasized based on what they see on Instagram and everything else. There are layers to this. I mean, I know Fearless experienced Brazil. I experienced Brazil several times, and it's not what you think it is. So again, listen to Marty. Ask some questions in the chat. Let's get engaged, and great talk.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Kanal. A little history. So it's like they see you. Like I'm gonna give you. Oh man, this is real. Listen, I'm gonna give you a recent scenario because see the thing about my Substack, I give y'all real life stories, right? Sometimes I take a L. Most times I win, but I'm not. A lot of these dudes that give you this travel content, these niggas is super niggas. They never lose. Like from birth, I've been getting hooked. Like, come on, it's not realistic. It's to fantasy. I get it. You want to sell some tickets? I got you. But when it comes that when you actually bring your ass down somewhere, especially Brazil, and if you think that's going to happen when you get down here, you're going to be complaining. You're going to be doing a crash out. Oh, this guy, he told me, and it's not really okay. This is why you need access to the monkey files. So let me give you a recent scenario. Okay. This is my homegirl right here. What they gonna say now? Hey, Marty, her ass isn't big enough. Like, okay, fine. No matter what I do, they gonna they just gonna hate. They gonna hate no matter what I do. I got a zillion videos for real, and I'll let this play for a little bit, and I switch to another one. So, but I give you a recent scenario, right? When you listen to Brazilian content creators, females, you have to understand something, and this is going to open up your third eye when I tell you this. They speak in code, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm sure everybody here is aware of Argentina, yeah?
Yeah.
For the most part, and you know how they get down, right? But here's the thing. When I first got here, I found out that Brazil is very liberal in the sense that even saying something racist or saying something homophobic that would slide in the US, that would slide everywhere else, you actually get jail time here for that. Right? And on the surface, you're like, yeah, finally the black man's winning. Nigga, you ain't winning shit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I can respect the person that tells me the truth. Facts. So when people from Argentina, you fucking nigger, I'm like, right on. You feel.
Right.
There might
I
be
know how you
a
feel.
left cross coming following that, but I'm saying I appreciate the honesty, and I'm gonna tell you the difference between Argentina and Brazil. In Brazil, they feel that way, and they lock you out in different ways. And they're not locking me out because I'm not a part of the financial structure here. But living here, you could see it, you could feel it, and literally you can smell it. When you go into any store, you don't see anybody that looks like us unless they're in the back, maybe in the kitchen scrubbing floors. When you go inside the financial institutions, nobody looks like you. You know, when you go inside of anywhere where commerce is taking place, it ain't taking place with you. You're relegated to 2 or 3 weeks in carnival and selling coconuts on the side of the road. That is it. Now, this is the progressive society of let's not talk about it out loud, but we'll just shut them out financially. We'll just say it's our preference.
But
And
Marty,
let me-
you know what? That amplifies what America does because, I mean, that was one of the largest countries that imported what? Slaves.
Wait, say that one
You
more
see
time?
how they treat that is one of the largest countries that imported slaves into their country was Brazil. So in the
Brazil-
same term, the way we're referenced here as Black Americans that were born as slaves is the same way they're being treated there.
Not really. I'm gonna tell you why.
It's worse.
I'm
Or
gonna give
the
you.
thing?
You ever
All
ever seen the Spider-Verse with Miles
yeah,
Morales?
multiverse. Yeah, multiverse. Yeah.
Right. Everybody's seen that, right? Because I like to see, this is all part of the Marty stories, you know. So there's always, what do they call it in that thing? There's a moment in time that cannot be changed that's important. I forgot what they called it. It's like in the chat, somebody knows, there's a nerd in there. There's a moment in time that has to happen. Like Peter Parker has to get bitten by a spider. Uncle Ben
Right.
has to die. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, let's just say you were correct. America imported slaves. Brazil imported slaves. Now, let me give you the difference between the two. This is a critical moment. They've never had their civil rights moment in Brazil. This is
That's
this
a
is
big
key,
difference.
This is a
That's
key
a
point.
big difference.
Hear me what I'm saying. And I've absorbed this and I've asked questions over time. This is not something I just arrived and I'm just talking to you guys about. And why is that important? Let me just change the video. Hold on. Let me turn the video. Okay, there you go. So why is that important? Because at some point we grew a spine and said, you know, at one point I think it was peaceful protests and we showed the world what was going on and laws happened. And at some point we started just tearing shit down. However we got there and we took that moment and went further. And here we are in 2026. Now imagine, okay? Imagine America pre-civil rights. This Jim Crow. Let's just say Jim Crow never stopped. That's Brazil. On top of that, now we're going to add layers to it because this is a different culture, right? On top of that, they've had a caste system because, you know, in Latin America, everything's is it's a caste system. It's like different rungs of society, strata.
Yeah.
You throw that on there, right?
Right.
Now, here's how economics play within this caste system. Money is green anywhere you go. It just so happens the people with less money look like you and me. So is it a caste system or is it financial lockout? Who knows? It's hard to tell, right? But that's why a lot of times people here are relegated to a permanent underclass. So what happens psychologically, they feel, okay, I'm sure you guys heard of lightening the race. I think what's the Spanish word? Something de raza.
Mejor la raza.
Yeah, mejor la raza. You got, you know, so now you have this imprinted thought within everybody who's not white. And now here's where everything, I'm just giving y'all a game. This is crazy. Now, when you
break
bring
it down.
this,
Break it down for people that don't understand. 'Cause
Yeah,
they keep
you
on
gotta
going
really
there
listen to
and
what I'm
missing-
saying.
They missing
Now-
the point of what's happening around them.
yeah, you got, so when you bring this up, because Americans, what makes us different from every black in the world, we can critically think. And we know Joey's better than Joey's know themselves because we live with them. See, in Brazil, there you got the favelas, the poor areas, and it's segregated, and then you got the whites in the nice areas. So they don't live together. So they don't really understand. We understand because we live, they neighbors. So we understand and we can critically think. So when you bring these points that I'm bringing, which I've done in conversation, because I've parsed this out with Brazilians, the first thing they're going to say is two things. They're going to say, well, this is a mixed country. Everybody in Brazil is just all one. What do you mean, Marty? There's no racism here. My mother's black. You know, my father's
Right.
white. I mean,
Here comes, I got one black friend type of thing. Come on.
not even that. And the crazy thing here is the way they parse what's black and white is not how we do in the States. Like in the States, you could look white, but if your mother is black, you have that one drop rule. You still black, right? That's not the way it works in Brazil. I could be white with blonde hair, blue eyes, right? And then my
Right.
brother could be brown skin or dark skin. I'm considered white and he's not. So I'm going to enjoy all the privileges of being white, even though people know I have a brother that's black. It's weird. I know it takes a second to really understand, because then you would say, well, why would you be racist to people and you have people in your family that are black also? It's weird. I know it doesn't make sense, but just to bring it back to the point that I was saying is you have this improve the race mentality.
Right.
And once they tell you, hey, 52% of Brazil is where I think they call it perdo or mixed, you know.
Oh,
But
wait a minute. I actually think I have that. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, shoot. Here we go.
Hold on. I think it said that when I was showing you the ethno mix.
hmm
Let me pull up the right breakdown here so I can pull this back up while we're talking.
Yeah.
And then let's go back to that one. Perdo or mixed.
Oh, I was right. Okay, cool. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah. So I was pretty close. Okay, 45% considered to be some 50-50, 60-40 split of white and black. But here's where things get a little funny. Okay. I wish I could drop my sound effects. God damn it. But it gets funny because when you go to Brazil to live, listen, if you're doing a weekend warrior thing and you want a P for P, no problem with you. Shiny belt buckles and all, have at it. Enjoy yourself. When you're living here, it's a different thing. So when you have to understand, most dudes that come down here are thinking, hey, I'm going to meet an African sister. Oh my They start hitting the fucking bongos and wearing dashikis and all this shit, right? And you think
Right.
you're gonna get a chick with an afro and it's just gonna be African diaspora. Hold up, nigga. Them afros and dashikis ain't for you, nigga. That's for the Joeys that got a predilection for dark meat. That's not for
so
you.
it's advertisement. It's advertisement.
It's average because the Joeys come down here and they go for that because they tend. You ever seen a white dude get with a Lupita Nyong'o? Wasn't she with the white dude from?
She
Seven
was.
Heaven?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Super dark woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a
and the
fetish.
reason-
It's more of a fetish.
hey, listen, I would call it that, but you know, some people call it preference. Okay, you know, but
Okay.
they come down because they not only is it advantageous for them to do so, because one thing about a Joey is going to go where things are easier for him, which is why he doesn't go to Eastern Europe. He goes to South America and China, Japan. It's easy. So he knows, look, I can come. I might not be shit in the UK. I might not be shit like a Joey from Manchester. Okay, I'm not shit there, but if I come to Brazil, I'm gonna get the best and brightest from this particular sect. Okay, so as you're coming down here, you're Jamal. Joey's gonna come down there, and the dark skinned girls want to upgrade, so they're running after them, right? The mixed girls, let's just say they're 50-50. Nigga, they try and make it 80-20. Because they're not there. They got to complete the cycle. Don't give up now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
the most success you will have, I mean, it's crazy. I have to be honest with you. Now we are talking non-P4P activity. I have to state that.
Right. Now,
Okay.
let me ask you a
Right.
question real quick. With the Pardos versus the blacks. So obviously, if a lot of these white people are going down to take advantage of their prestige,
Yeah.
and they're looking for the Afro Latina or Afro Brazilian,
Mhm.
and they have a child, doesn't that child become a Pardo in the hierarchy of things? And
But
do
the
they
more-
separate from their original family if they come out lighter?
Wait, so
Like we
what's the-
did,
what's the-
like
Mhm.
we did in South, the South. You know, if you had
Mhm.
lighter skinned people, especially in Louisiana, and some people on the eastern coast of Virginia and places like that, if they were so light they could pass, they would literally deny their family history just to pass as the other. Did
Yeah,
that
like take-
happen down there with the
like-
Pardos?
Like take these two for instance. I'm glad I
Mhm.
caught this. Okay, this isn't exactly a situation that you might see. Whereas you might see the guy even lighter than this white. You know, this. You know, she got to get what she can get, right? The goal here for her is to mate with this guy so her complexion begins to get lighter and lighter. That's the goal.
Right.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't necessarily matter if he's successful because they're willing to give up success for genetic skin lightening, however you want to term it.
Mhm.
That is the goal. Like
So
she
you
herself,
saying she'd
she's
rather be with a poor white dude than a rich black dude?
absolutely. And here's the thing. Here's where it gets really wonky. And I'm gonna have to keep it real with you guys. Most of the Joeys that come here to stay in hostels. $20 a
What?
night. Be honest with you.
And these women will go for a dude staying in a hostel with
In the
multiple
hostel.
people in a room.
Yes.
Wow.
Listen, just follow me. I'm gotta
I'm
give you the
following.
real
I'm
information.
I'm
gotta
confused,
give-
but I'm following you. But I get it.
I'm just trying to feed it to you slow drip. So I ain't trying to overwhelm y'all. There's a lot more, but I'm just trying to parse it out. But here's the thing. You might say, well, if I got money, you know, how come? Here's the thing. Brazil is not the type of place where you want to show that you have money because you become a target if you're like wearing gold chains and dressing American. Brazil is the type of place that when you come here, it's best that you don't really bring any American clothes. You bring like one or two outfits so you can move around for the first 2 days, but you want to keep the suitcase light and just buy your local clothes while you're here so you can blend in. It's not a place where you want to wear, you know, what is it called? Like Louis Vuitton and all this crazy stuff, because you're going to stick out. And the minute you stick out, because most of you Ninja Turtles go to Postal 5, and that's where they tend to rob people because they know that's where all the tourists are going to be. Right? So you stick out as a magnet for the pros and the thieves. You know? So there's no way to show you actually have wealth.
But
It's
are
just-
they targeting just in tourist areas, or are they looking at you trying to blend in as an American, sticking out with your brand name clothes, your tennis shoes, and everything else that you wear in America? You don't think is a big deal. They go into those other areas thinking they can blend in, but they're literally sticking out because they got Jordans on. in the hood.
Anytime, because you have to understand one thing. Most things that you would buy in the United States, I'll give you an example. I wanted to buy a $20 light for my camera. It cost $20. I went to the same website and I said, okay, if I wanted to order this to Brazil, how much would this $20 light cost? Once they do the shipping, taxes, and tariffs, that $20 light turns to $320.
Get out of town, bro. Really?
So listen to what I'm saying. Now, you come down here with Jordans. How much Jordans cost in the store? Jordan, what, 5s or whatever?
$150, $200? I don't know.
Right.
I don't buy
This is-
Jordans. I think it's a waste of time.
Let's just say $200. So if $20 turns into $320, what do you think 200 is the equivalent to? So now, you know, dudes don't just do one thing. They got to have the Jordans. They got to have the matching shirt and the chain, the watch. You're basically walking around with house money. And they know you don't live here. So robbing you is easy because they'll get away with it because you're leaving. He's got it. Whereas the Joeys are going to go stay in the hostel, $20. Because they don't have to stunt. They don't have to do all the extra stuff. And like I said, Brazil's not the type of place where you want to be doing that anyway. So what happens is this. So say you come and you follow my advice. You go get yourself local clothing, which you should. But what happens is now you look like everybody else. So the assumption, until they actually hear you speak, is that, oh yeah, this is a regular guy, probably from some favela somewhere. That's the conundrum. So,
right. But then you open your mouth and you become the subject of their attention again.
Not really.
Really?
Not any real attention. If she's a pro, you'll be given attention, I guess. But that's not what you want, unless that is what you want. I'm just talking about if you're just coming here trying to have a good time and meet.
Right.
Like I'm sure you guys been to Colombia and other places in the world. It's easy just to go out and just meet somebody normal and just, hey, you know, have a good time. And if she comes back to your crib a day or two later or that night, it's all love because it's natural. It's organic. It's not like that here.
There's no preconceived like intentions or obligations, as we could say, for P.
Well, in Brazil, that's what it is. If you're not from here and you're a Jamal, what reason? And we have to think about this realistically. This is a girl who lives here. She's got her own life going on, bills, whatever you want to say. Why would she invest any time into you when she knows you're leaving in 2 weeks? You don't have anything outside of money that she's looking for. Now, Joey, he's got the genetic makeup. So let's just say there's an oops baby. And we know Latin America has 80% oops babies, okay? So let's not act like they're not comfortable with having oops baby. At least they can, in their minds, upgrade to another social status down the road. That's the value add for them. So you have to understand. So when I say they see you as monkeys, it is true because at the end of the day, the perception is you don't own nothing. You have no power. It's almost like this. When you say, let's get that Arab money, what comes to mind?
Oil.
Rolls Royces, Tigers, luxury. There's a reason why all your famous models go to Dubai to get shitted on.
Damn.
Because they respect the money. So if an Arab say come through and take a private jet, oh, it's on. If Jamal say come down to the corner store, it's off. Like there's no power there. It's like, I'd rather go with this Joey. At least he's got some white babies. And it's like that. And I know people go, oh man, my African. I'm telling you, I've seen this stuff live and direct. And if you don't have access to the monkey files, you will crash out. You seen what happened to Austin. You guys know Austin Holland, right?
Of course.
Yeah. He went to Sao Paulo, right? And the mistake that he made, and I have a term for this.
Let me ask you this. Not only just Austin, but Tyler Durant.
I don't know Tyler Durant. I don't know.
He hung out in Brazil for a long time. He was a retired Air Force guy that was also, quote unquote, into investments and everything else. A popular YouTuber down there.
Tyler, I don't know. Tyler Durant?
Maybe he went by what was his other name? It was
you talking about Skyler?
Skyler, yeah, Skyler. Sorry.
Oh, that dude's a fraud, man. That's a fraud.
Right. But hey,
Come on, man.
he's been down in Brazil for 4 or 5 years, so people like listen. I bring up specific names for a reason.
If you're gonna bring somebody up, man.
Certified. No, listen. I didn't bring it up to. I brought it up to show that he wasn't anybody of note. Is why I said that.
Man, we get
bringing it up like he's verified.
Dude, why the hell you got to mention the dude's name? That dude's a nobody.
I don't care. I want to say names because other dudes are following these people. So if we gonna hold people to the fire, we're gonna say real fucking names in here.
Well, I don't care about any names, but my whole thing is what do these people own? What power do these people have? I'm a small content creator. I'm pretty much nobody. But when I speak, niggas listen. Because the shit I say is real. So, I mean, just ask yourself, like, who in their crew, I can name people in my crew that subscribe to me that's also a part of my hotel that I put them on. So who in their crew went from rags to riches? If all these guys are millionaires and they got the blueprint, who in their crew say, hey, when I started, I had $5, now I got 5 million. Name names. If we really gonna go down that route, I can name names. My subscribers came to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here making a difference. I can actually show you real estate, restaurants, bars, and hotels that I currently own in a different country. And I'm building, and I didn't even get to tell you guys real quick, they're building a railway in Medellin, Colombia that's going to go all the way from Sabaneta all the way past Bejo. And along that route, they're going to gut that entire route. It's going to be an outdoor train station. So guess what? That whole way, when it comes to those stops, restaurants, bars, I got another hotel. It's going to be from 15 to 18 stories with a rooftop. All my joints got rooftop. That's going up, and dudes can get in on that. But that, I put people on with the hotel, bar, restaurant that I got. I put people onto that. The one I'm building, I personally own 4 floors. The top 2, the penthouse with the pool, with the pizza oven, steam room, sauna, DJ area.
All right, Marty, you gotta flip up some pictures, brother, because dudes are gonna be like, nah, you capping. You gotta.
I already gave you my hotel, restaurant, and bar. They have to build the joint start.
There is a Instagram link in the chat for some.
Yeah, they can go look at it.
Be coming to this room. You can go skirt to that.
It's like, because what people say is, they'll say, well, Marty, what do you have in other countries? Like, nigga, stop it. Like, there's the link. Go check it out. If you want to call him up, hit him up. Right. His name is Nemo. He runs the joint. Yo, does Marty own this? Yeah, I'm a hotelier.
But let me say this. I've done corporate business. I've done governmental business, and you have information that you're just spitting out of your mouth. That's kind of like insider information with the train pathway, where the train is being built, what's being built, and such.
I shouldn't even say
that. You're in with, but see, I know because I've heard this stuff before. I've been around city developments. I know what to do when it goes to buying business. The first thing you do is go to city developers often and say, what you got on your 5-year plan, and look at where everything's being built, and that's
you got to know
where you want to build a business.
You got to know where the money's going to be.
What you're saying to me is something I know as a businessman. Is what are the steps that you're supposed to do when you establish a business in an area?
Yeah, so So I'm talking. You're in the know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this out loud for other people to understand. He ain't just spitting information like that without knowing and doing the research or going to the city developer, looking at the pathways of development within the cities from one city to another, knowing that the train pathway is going a certain way, looking at what the future projection of what's supposed to be what's being designated as industrial property versus private property. All those things are factors. When you build a business, you want to make sure there's going to be a populace around your business. You want to make sure you're going to have people coming into that business, depending on what type of business this is. So what I'm saying is the things he's saying are people that are business minded understand those are the processes you go through before you build or start a business. You look at what the city is doing around your business.
Yes, you got it right there. And that's the point. And on top of that, the other thing I was going to throw in there, they're building a beach basically 15 minutes from where my high rise is going to be. That right there. The reason why they're doing that, because a lot of commerce is going to Cartagena. A lot of commerce is going to Brazil. But guess what's going to happen when people in Medellin are going to have their own beach? Everything property value wise that's in the vicinity of that is going to go through the roof. Keep in mind, They have a stadium where they do their big concerts. And we all know Colombia has some of the biggest reggaeton artists. They have some of the biggest just music in general. Like Colombia is a poppin' place when it comes to music. And the hotel is actually a few blocks. The one that I own is actually, so when they do concerts, this shit is booked up like crazy. But what I'm saying is, just to get back to the railway, they're ripping up this for miles. So that means if you're building, you have to get the permit. The permit that we already got the permit for the land. So they're able to build this real quick. Now, build out is going to be from 18 to 24 months. That's pretty quick. So like if you don't know what's happening, if you don't have the capital, and number two, if you don't even know how to move capital internationally, you're going to be left out. So again, when you go to these countries as a Jamal, the reason why you get treated the way you do is because you don't own nothing and you cannot dictate anything when it comes to power. Like if a Saudi was fucked with in Colombia, heads are going to roll. Because most likely that Saudi's spending tens of millions of dollars in somebody's pocket that matters. And we have a tendency to go to these countries and spend money at the local club. I'm going to go to La Isla and turn up. I'm going to go to this club and, get a girl for $100 for the night. That's what you niggas consist of. And that's fine. But when the hammer comes...
I tried to tell guys when we looked at commerce, and it's like, oh yeah, the prostitution, like it runs Sisua or it runs Rio de Janeiro. And I say, man, you're really looking at thousands of dollars. But industry is creating millions of dollars.
Yes.
And when big businesses come in, it circumvents those small dollars that you spending on the little hotels and the little places that you're going and the little foods. Because you're just a single individual. You're not bringing families in. Families are bringing, they're spending more money. So big business doesn't want to attract that, because you want to get people year round. You want to have a different type of class. That's why, like saying DR, you're looking at Punta Cana, and it's like, oh, there's a lot of money. How can we attract that type of money? And I think guys have this false sense that the money that they're spending is really changing the landscape.
Yeah, because you'll hear them say, "Oh, I'm not going to Colombia anymore." Mickey Mouse is back. And I'm like, good nigga, because I'm building property. I don't want you there anyway. Like when you become on the other side of the table, you kind of understand shit. It's like, what do I really want? Do I want somebody who's going to rent my apartment or penthouse and have my shit on the news? How many times have you seen on the news, local Jamal gets scopolamine and he's dead? Back to you, Bob. Like, I don't want that when it comes to my property. I want the kids to come and enjoy and smiley sun face pictures and shit like that. So you kind of understand the whole shiny belt buckle thing. Like, as a country, yeah, we might have our bullshit, but that's our bullshit. We're not trying to broadcast it. We know what it is. We live here. But when you have outside people coming in, and on top of that, you don't really contribute to the economy in any meaningful way.
But I don't think, what? If you are on, it's kind of already like that. If you are on in Copacabana and you're on Atlantic Avenue, you can't. I know. So I'll give it to you how it is. You can't get the hotel and think you can bring people in and out. They do not allow it. If
Yeah.
somebody is a guest, they are a guest throughout your vacation. So it's
Yeah,
no
they
having to
Mhm.
vacate, one person one day, another person another day, and you bringing girls in and out. They just don't even accept that. So
Yeah,
that's already the hotel saying, we don't want that type of business here.
yeah, for you Jamal, I want to make that very clear. We do not want that. Your money, it's green, but we rather not. Now, somewhere else, that goes on every day. Not in a hotel. The dude probably lives somewhere. Hey, come over. But that's a Brazilian man, and he lives here. It's a different dynamic. And all I'm saying is, if you don't like the treatment that you're getting in these countries that you've been going to for 20 plus years, oh, now they're being racist. I'm gonna go to DR instead of Colombia. Like, you're gonna go to DR and do what? They didn't shut down Sosua because none of you niggas bought anything. They say, you know what? We're gonna get the cruise lines in here. We're gonna generate millions of dollars. Screw this. Shut the whole place down. Isn't that place been shut down for like 4 years?
No, it's still up, but I don't think they understand that the Amber Cove cruise line. So you're figuring you're dropping off.
Yeah, like they don't even understand.
Yeah, three times a week. So all those industries around it, all the excursions, the restaurants, that's going to thrive off of that.
And they're building
that many people in who
they're
are
actually doing
money, who are there.
Yeah,
like, I'm spending money.
They're actually building new construction projects in DR now, like resort, big time, multi-million-dollar stuff. Like I know about it, but I'm not gonna go there like that because I'm already invested in Colombia. But I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. See, they're thinking 10 years out. You're thinking, not you, but they're thinking 2 months down the road. Like, oh man, I can't buy my P for P because the cops come shut down. Like, these people are thinking, they do projections. Okay, if we cut off Jamal at the knees, he's gonna stop coming. That's gonna filter out all the P for P stuff. Now we're gonna bring in some real business. We're gonna reinvest. Right. And people don't understand this. And so when you see these videos about them getting blocked from countries and kicked out, is because y'all too loud. Whatever y'all doing, we're not saying that the other people don't do it, but you're not them.
I'm gonna do it in my Marty voice. Oh, gentrification. Oh, you kicking me out my neighborhood.
I wish I could drop my sound effects, but yeah, you guys, oh my God, it's not fair. It's racism. Like, I'm like, nigga, y'all sound like grown ass bitches.
I tell people when the gentrification comes, I said, man, you're just renting. If you owned, maybe it'd be different. But you don't own the house, you don't own the corner store, you don't own the laundromat. So you have no say in what goes on there. So you can't be upset. If you were making money, then own it, buy it, and be a part of the plans.
And it bleeds over into how the women deal with you, right? I've watched some videos where even the Chinese guy, right? I've seen a video where a guy was like, if you're Joey or Mr. Chen, the dating scene's a little bit different if you're Jamal. So I'm like, and that's because they probably are known for owning something in that country, whether it's a Chinese store or a business, a textile company. They're probably employing Colombians, and Colombians can see that and then have to respect it, because you have to respect the dollar when it comes to interacting with people in these different countries. Like I said, imagine the vibe when Saudis come through from Dubai. That red carpet is going to be rolled out no matter where they go. All the women in that vicinity are going to be on a act right. There's not going to be any of this foolishness going on, because people respect that money, because it's not even that they're spending money currently. They have the capability, if they want to drop 10 mil, and that's light to them. So they respect that. So when they come through, the behavior is different. A lot of you dudes be in chat rooms talking about how can I buy $40 P for P. Y'all, that's the conversations that y'all be having. Where can I get the cheapest? Let's talk about it. Like this is what y'all on. This is what, and they know this. They're not stupid. Just because a place is a third world country does not mean their mind is in the third world. You think it is because, a lot of times as Americans, a lot of y'all are arrogant. Y'all follow this game culture like it's the Jedi Order. Nah, man, you got to have game. When I go to Brazil, I got game. And then the thing about it is, when you actually see the women that they've been gaming, it's like she built like SpongeBob, got 3 kids, cigarette burns, overweight.
Damn.
And she hitting 40. Yeah, but I got it for free. It's like, all right, slow down, Jamal. I get it. Shiny belt buckles and all. Like, relax. But like I said, I'm dealing with these people in Colombia because I cannot find any black people to do this with. It's not like I'm trying to be like, I don't want to work with my people. I'm trying to put my people on to what I'm doing. But in terms of the nucleus, the next thing we're going to do after that, we're building a hospital, 75 million to build. No, 75 to 125 mil. And it's going to deal with a lot of peptides. It's going to be right outside Medellin. So all your sports stars, they're going to be coming here to get the peptide treatments at Colombian prices. This is how it was broke. That's like the next. I said, oh, shoot. That's something I would love to, because that's endless money. A hospital.
Yeah.
Like the payroll every day.
There's a lot of that being done just over the border in Tijuana.
I believe it.
Mexico, for peptide treatments and different things that you can't get in America because of FDA rules or laws or whatever. So
yeah, and so like that's something.
Stem cell.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you get into hospital investment, that is legacy money.
That's big money. That's
different. That's a dip. But what I'm trying to say is, I have the channel. The people I've been working with, we did the investment in a hotel, restaurant, bar. That's been going beautifully. Now we supposed to break dirt sometime in October. The build out's going to be, like I said, 18 to 24 months. So we got a rhythm. Like, we work well together. You know what I'm saying? And they're telling me, like, yo, we got this other hotel by the train station they're going to build. And the coup de grace is the hospital. That's like, you're probably going to need some change to come in on that one. But this is what it is. You have to raise a certain amount of capital to build the place. And then from then on, it's easier to have people invest once the place is built, because everybody's going to see the product. But the trick is to get in on the ground floor so you get the best prices. I'm just talking about like real estate. It's not even like I'm a developer on the high rise. I'm not a buyer. There's a difference. Like a developer, you buy the land. Like I had to, let me see if I can drop the link. I'll show you. I had to pick out the fixtures, the coloring. When you're building a building,
yeah, you
have to literally develop it. You can't just put some money down and walk away. No, you have to. They say, hey, we gotta. Here you go, right here. I'm gonna send you this link.
I mean, from the city planners to interior design to multi-layer structuring to parcel what you're going to use for commercial versus business use, and also residential use if you want consistent ownership and want to parcel out some of the cost of the building. I was an architectural major. So believe me, when you're talking this shit, I understand exactly where you're going with it.
Yeah, and I had
how
to
much
sit
a building actually really runs, because I mean that building can run up to millions of dollars, and as an architect, you're pretty much responsible for the whole damn building, but you're getting paid for it. You get like 15% of the total cost of the building paid to you in your designs. But that building better not fall. There better not be one failure.
Now I'm gonna send you 2 links. Right? Check this out. Because, I be talking, and nigga, Marty, you hating. Like, niggas will really think.
I'm gonna raise up this one, and I want to see what you.
Yeah,
feel about
I'm gonna
the
send you this right now. Let me copy this and paste it.
The
in.
You
black
drop it
cleaner
in the
said,
back chat where
Marty,
you send it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
need
pasting
to-
here.
He says, Marty,
The
you
back
need to
check.
meet people where they're at. We're all on the rise from somewhere.
Who said that?
A chat.
The black cleaner. But it was just basically a comment. I think it was based off of this.
Listen,
First
and that's
comment.
that's
Mayor
the
Jackson
problem.
built the Atlantic International Airport with black contractors by just designing contracts black people can do. Example, he converted land strip paving to driveway. And then I think the continuation was you need to meet people where they're at. We're all on the rise.
Listen,
there's no denial of that,
listen.
but
Listen.
No, I want to hear what Marty
These
got to
people,
say.
listen. I don't know who says so. It's not that I'm, going in on anybody. Wake the fuck up. Business don't give a shit where the fuck you're at right now. That's your fault. This is the price. This is what we're doing. Do you have it or do you not have it? That's it. That is the conversation. It's fucking business. This is not your mother's house. Y'all niggas really need to grow the fuck up. And some of these dudes is like 50 years old talking about, meet me where I'm at. I'm broke. Who gives a shit?
Marty, I have said the same thing, and they say that I'm wrong, and I'm an elitist.
Like, how is this supposed to work? I gotta pay $3 million to buy the land. You tell me you only got 100,000. So now we just looking at each other. I'm staring at you, you staring at me. Now what? Oh, so I'm supposed to pull out 900,000 out of my ass to cover you? Because I gotta meet you where you at? What the fuck you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Instead of me meeting you where I'm at, why don't you call my financial advisor, Alonzo Hall, hopefully he's listening, and say, how can I get my money to where it needs to be? And then I can go meet somebody. At that point, you got to do the work. And that's the problem. A lot of black dudes want you to do the work for them. They have no problem sitting up in the hot tub with all the hot bitches. At that point, look at us. It's a Diddy movie, right? But when it comes time to make a sacrifice, nigga, you got Jordans on, right? You driving a Lexus, right? You went out and balled out at the club 2 nights in a row, right? Spent $3,000, right? But you want me to meet you where you at? How about you meet me where I'm at? How about that? You ever think about that?
I think sometimes they don't want to, just the people in general. You
And
wanna
that's
be the
cool.
owner of some things. Sometimes
Listen.
you have to
Mhm.
you have to co-op with other people who have more experience and say, hey, I like this contract. I don't have all the people. I don't have all the equipment, but maybe together we can do this. And those little projects that you do together with other people, you get more experience. Your resume builds up. But I think we go in and try to take too much of the pie that we really don't have the experience for or the know-how, and we just mess the whole project up.
I just tell dudes, it ain't for everybody. You can't bring everybody to Wakanda. Some niggas just gonna have to be out in the safari and freeze. Listen, I love everybody, but when it comes down to business, I had to sacrifice to get to where I am. Nobody was talking about, oh, we'll just meet you where you at, Marty. When I called my partners in Colombia, they said, this is the price. We need the money by this date. Can you or can you not do it? It's nothing personal. It's just business. And see, other races of men understand this, which is why they can do business together, even if they don't like each other. It's not about liking somebody. You don't have to like anything I say. You can hate my guts. But if we ever do business, we're going to do great business and make great money together. We're going to have a drink. We're going to have all the girls around. It's going to be fun. But there's going to be a time where we have to do the work. And there is no excuses. Meet me where I'm at and, you got to talk to us nice. No. This is what we on. I have to do the sacrificing on my end so I could talk my shit. I told Kanal, I said, I used to be on panels all the time. I used to have a great time. But now we graduate and it's not about traveling anymore. For me, it's not about going on dates and, oh, I'm the man, check me out. Listen, I've been around enough local Brazilian and Colombian men to know, when you have your finances together to the point where other people know, life becomes easy. Those models that you see in those magazines, they become accessible to you. You don't have to do the monkey dance. That's what I call it. And people monkey dance by throwing money around and doing flashy stuff and talking big and, well, look at me, I got these girls. Listen, the dudes that are doing you've seen the Epstein shit. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's talk about the dudes that's just doing stuff with regular girls. You don't think crazy parties is going on with regular girls of age daily? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all have no idea what's actually happening on the upper ends of society. And the trick is to get there if that's what you want. And it doesn't have to be just for women. You should be able to get there because you just want your future to be financially free, or your kids' future, whatever your thing is. Some people don't want to have kids and you just want to be in that financial space. Cool. Whatever motivates you to get to that next level. I don't do anything for women. I do everything for me, and women is a byproduct of it. And we can just go for my photography and video. That's just one component of the complete package.
And Marty, I don't understand sometimes when we invest. I know that even at the level that I can invest in, there are doors that I can't get in right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I'm not at that level. And I don't get upset.
Is it that you're not at the right level, or you just don't know the right people? You're probably at the level. You just don't know the right people.
There's, say my million wouldn't make a dent. Just all right, like the guy who bought the 49ers or whoever bought the team. Bro, I couldn't get in that talking. My money, I can't buy the popcorn stand, and I'm okay with that. So it's nothing that I'm going to be upset and say, oh, y'all won't let me in. I'm not there. I don't know why we get upset to say at some places we just have neither the experience, we don't know the right people, we don't know those things to get there, and just start leveling up. But I think we get that we're not there, or somebody owes us to get there.
Yeah, and you have to understand. When I talk to my guys in my Substack, right, I tell them my struggles, because like I said, a lot of people that you meet or you see on YouTube or whatever, they're like super niggas. Out the womb they had girls, never took an L. Nah, I take L's all the time, but I take more wins than L's, and every loss I have is a stepping stool and a learning situation that helps me improve for the
yes.
Yeah, it's a life lesson for me. I take every L as, okay, what did I do wrong there? Let me not make that mistake again. And so I don't repeat the problem with a lot of dudes, they repeat the same mistakes. That keeps them stuck. You know?
Yes.
And now another component to this is also health. A lot of dudes that go into these different countries, let's just say Brazil, they look like they from Philly. They look like Philly Freeway and Beanie Siegel. And what do I mean by that? Pot belly, unkempt beard, and wearing hip hop garb clothing, shiny belt buckle, aka. You look like a fucking moron. You have to understand, when you go into these different countries, you could do a little bit of homework. What do these people dress like on a normal day? Now, yeah, you can have your flashy clothes for, maybe you're going to an event and you want to wear some linens. Cool, no problem. But a lot of times y'all dudes look like y'all stopped off the block and you're way out of shape. And in these Latin American countries, especially Brazil, fitness is the ground floor. I'm sorry. A lot of people say, if I'm fit, it's going to help me out. No. Fitness is the bottom shelf. Being in shape is kind of expected. So the fact that if you're not in shape, that's a minus. It's not necessarily a plus.
Don't they? I know in Copacabana they shut down this Atlantic Street on Sunday. I mean, that's just all workout.
Yeah. Well, see, now the thing is, they have free gyms. They literally Operador. They have a free gym 24 hours a day. So no excuse. They also have every postal, and in between they have free pull-up bars. You can do pull-ups, dips. They have over by Postal 10, they have, in the summertime, they have pop-up gyms. All you have to do is free. You put your name on the app and you can come in and work out for an hour for free outdoors. So, and then keep in mind, the food here, everything by default is organic. You don't have to, there's no Whole Foods here. You can literally go to a local store and you're getting local produce. It's not grown by big, it's coming from a farm. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, it's really, they shut down the streets on Sunday, just so people can run without the cars. So you'll see people skating, biking, jogging on the beach, swimming in the water. So there's really, so when you come down here, I got the titties right here. That's funny.
Yeah, he said, I see a nipple. Black man Chad was like, stop drooling.
Nah, she's good. No nipples. It was just nice.
No, I think it's a joke. But back in when old boy was looking on Boomerang, and they were staring at the picture of Grace Jones, and goes, I think I see a nipple. That is a nipple.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah. Like what was I saying? Damn, what the hell was I saying? Yeah, all I was saying is like, so when you guys come down here out of shape, it's almost disrespectful because they looking at you like you're fucking American. You have access to gyms. What are you doing? And then you keep in mind that we already explained how people trying to level up color wise. It's like you're double negative. It's like a double negative. You come here out of shape. You're dressed like a weirdo. You don't even know how to speak anything. Like a little bit goes a long way.
So the fact that you tell the Americans, Marty, Postal 5, them brothers do not take their shirt off for nothing.
Oh yeah,
t-shirt wearing on the beach, no matter what.
Yeah, and then here's the thing:
getting in the water, they sit in the same place.
Yeah, and people can tell when you're on the beach. We can tell when white people are foreigners because they even women when they come, they're not even wearing like the local bikinis. They'll probably wear like the Brazil. This is what people do. They wear the Brazil bikini, like, oh, look at me. But Brazil, when you wear that shit, it's almost like you're supporting the conservative party. That's how they look at it. It's like, it ain't really a flex that you think it is. But okay, you're a tourist, so whatever. But we could tell that you're a tourist. My people, I had a couple of people visit me in Brazil, a couple of my subscribers. We were going to the beach. I said, stop right there. You can't wear that to the beach. Oh, what do you mean? What? I was, nah, we got to go to the store. I literally made him change his whole outfit. And then when he changed and went to the beach, he said, thank you. Because he didn't understand. I said, if you would have came to the beach wearing what you were wearing, you would have possibly gotten robbed and definitely overcharged. I said the whole point of Brazil is to blend in like you belong here. You see what I'm saying? So people don't know, but like I said, when you're doing like 2 weeks here, hey, have your fun. Go to your boat party, go to your casa, go get your girl from, I guess, 4x4 or, people go to this place called Mavs, and I laugh. There's not a Brazilian on this planet that would be caught dead there. It's like the laughing stock, and people go there. They sit down like they're the big shit. Oh, it's got a big screen. No, you just look like a big idiot. That is like the last stop for washed up hookers. Nobody of importance goes to Mavs for anything. But as a tourist, you don't know any better. You're like, oh yeah, Mavs is cool. Chicken wings and hookers.
Marty.
We be trying, we be trying to tell them, Marty. We've been trying to tell them stay away from places like that, but they don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, look, people gonna do what they do. And you're gonna have people that swear by, no, I went there. Mavs was so good. Like, this is what they're gonna do. But the reality of it is, when I talk to any Brazilian, I say, yo, you ever been to Mav? They'll spit up their food. So I don't even want my family to see that I'm anywhere near that place. That's how much they're disgusted by this place that you frequent like it's the shit. And this is going to go over so many people's heads because they're going to say, I've been going to Brazil for 20 years. I remember somebody told me that. I said, well, what do you own? Who do you know? If you had a problem, who would you call? I could leave my camera. One of my cameras costs $30K. I could leave my camera where it is, go get a drink, come back. It'll still be there. You know why? Because I know everybody there. I'm the guy.
Bro.
When I come up to the beach, you ever seen that TV show Cheers, where everybody knows your name? You walk through the door.
Everybody knows your name. Yeah.
Everybody knows your name.
We had a brother on our show from Colombia, had two chicas or two chicks that lived with them. He got robbed and neither one of them could help him. I said, where's your circle of friendship that you supposedly drill up to have this polygamous type relationship? You're building all these businesses and you got robbed by a potential employee. You know,
but this is what I'm talking about. Listen, what I do, and just in life in general, because I know you said it's tough to get in these certain circles, and it is because people are very wary about bringing people in to do investments, especially expensive ones. So what I tend to do, I leverage my other talents, right? Because one thing about photography and video, everybody loves a good picture and video. It don't matter if you're 80 years old, 20, everybody's got a business. Everybody wants a business. Everybody wants a good picture of them for whatever reason. My portfolio, my Instagram. And usually this thing is expensive if you have to pay a professional. I'm able to walk in any door. It could be for a guy. Matter of fact, let me see if I have it. I just did. I'm gonna send this to you. I just did a photo shoot in my local gym with an influencer. She has like 130 subscribers on her Instagram, and you're not able to. You're not. Most dudes can't even talk to this type of girl because what would you say to her? Hey, my name is Jamal. And I saw your picture. She's gonna be like, if she even responds, she'll be like, okay, and I want to take you out to eat, and I'm good. You have no value add. You know what I did? I saw her. First of all, she saw me for like the last month coming in and out the gym. This is what I do when I go to the gym. I make sure, obviously, I'm freshly showered, freshly shaved every day. I throw on this, it's like kind of like lotions called body butter. They sell in the States.
Yeah, it's big in the States.
Okay, you know about that. Okay, I got body butter. I got 2 flavors. I throw that on, and I throw on Acqua di Gio Profumo. I don't know if you guys know about that. You know,
we know our colognes.
Okay, it's really good for the gym. So this is what I do, and I got like 7 pairs of the same outfit, black on black. Little variations with the t-shirt,
Einstein
basically
mode.
black on black. Yeah, so when I come in, I got a uniform. Mm-hmm. So when I pass by, when I first walk in, the sillage, I think that's how you say it, follows me. Mm-hmm. So I always make sure when I go in, I speak to all the trainers. Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Hey, what's up? I'm smiling because I got the veneers. I don't know if you guys remember, but I got my veneers done. So, you know, it's bling blow with the teeth, smelling good, friendly. I'm not flirting with anybody like too crazy. So one day I was by the machine. She walked over to pull some tissue out the dispenser. I said, ¿Cómo se llama? She goes, oh. So she tells me her name. So I say, okay, listen, yo soy fotógrafo y cinematografista. Basically, I want to work together with you on some photos. Now, here's what happened. She went to one of the other trainers to ask about me. She said, how is he? Is he respectful? Because, you know, listen, I'm a Jamal. I have to understand this is the way it is. But because I have relationships, guess what happened? Guy went to bat for me like no other because I told him when he's ready, I'm going to do his photo shoot.
Right.
Right. So, of course, if she's coming to him, he vouched for me. And guess what happened? We spoke Wednesday. We did the shoot Thursday. Now, when we did the shoot, not only let me send this to you. I'm gonna send you like 1 or 2 pictures.
And flip that video now. We kind of wore this one out.
Okay, hold on.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to offend all the viewers. I do have some females in the room. Shout out to Just Dot for real for the $25 holler when it comes to the super chat with no comment. But I always appreciate the support of the show and the channel. Thank you so much.
Wait, hold on. Let me go to another one. This is my home girl, Colombian girl. Okay, so let me send you like 2 pictures. You know, light work, you know. Hold on. It's gonna be quick. But basically, the pictures came out so amazing. We're actually supposed to have lunch together Monday. I told her now. I'm gonna just give y'all a little. I don't have game, but I'm gonna just walk. This is part of the Marty stories, you know. If they,
but it doesn't matter. The minute those pictures come out, all her friends and her circle of friends, yo, who's your photographer? Who's your photographer?
Exactly.
And
now you're starting to understand.
Oh, I already understand. It's them. Get them
you overstand.
Yeah.
See, let me send you this real quick. So basically, let me download this. So basically, I did such a good job. I was respectful, of course. You know, she said, "Wow, I had such a good time." And she felt comfortable enough, let me download this, to be like, yeah, I'm going to have lunch with you. Because I told her, I said, I want to pick out the photos that you like the most. Because, you know, sometimes girls can be real finicky about my angles and type of thing. So I told her, I said, no, I'd rather you pick out your favorite photos. And then this way I'll focus on only what you like. And I said, listen, you pick the restaurant. If you want, I could pick it because I know a couple of spots. But wherever you feel that you would want to go, let's go and do that. Now, the intention is to build, again, relationships and understanding. By me being professional, by me being respectful, and on top of that, doing a great job, like the guy said, what do you think she's going to do? She's going to recommend me to any and everybody that she knows. Now, let me see what's the best way to show this picture. I can just drag it in, maybe.
You can hit that link at the bottom. It says you can share a video
I just put
image or something like that.
Yeah, I can just, on my eCam, I can just load it in just like that.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me
you see
put
it?
you back to let me put you back to this one. There you go.
You see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So this is just one of the pictures that I just edited real quick. Let me drop another one. Hold on. Check this out. Dope. Brazilian. She has literally abs of steel. Like literally, if you ever
time in that gym, boy.
Yeah, I can see.
If you ever seen the movie 300, she literally looks like a 300 character. I'm not even like exaggerating, you know. So I'm just trying to show guys, you know, because they'll say, "Oh, Marty, you only work with porn stars." I'm hating. Like, no, I work with everybody. Bruh. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You could only do what you could do, and that's fine for you. But I can work with anybody. I've worked with Miss Columbia 2024. You know what I'm saying? She was, I did live streams with her right before she became Miss Columbia 2024. So the reach is vast. This is my homegirl right here. Marty, you don't shoot black girls. Well, she looks kind of black to me. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these guys, when they go to these countries, their girls look like cigarette burn victims. They got 10 kids, no job, and they trying to get $40 for the night. My chicks have jobs, careers, a life. They don't have to be here shooting with me. They're here because I'm here, and I'm going to do a great job. See, because you have a lot of creep photographers. Like, yeah, I'm just, you know, that's the voice that they use. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a camera, and I'm just gonna take some pictures. Now, that you might get one photo shoot. You might fool one of these girls, but what happens is, once they see you suck, she's gonna tell all her friends, "Yeah, don't Don't talk to that
Yeah.
guy. He was just trying to be creepy. It never works out for you guys. Because I got guys ask me all the time, yo, Marty, how do you do it? I'm like, listen, man, first you have to be good at this. Number one, you have to invest money into the lenses. You know, Canal. Like, I tell Canal some of the prices of my lenses in Canada. He's like, yo, this guy Marty's crazy. But I take it seriously. And the results speak for itself.
Right.
It's just that simple. So when it comes to showing receipts of actually real women that aren't found on websites in these countries, nobody else could do that. Nobody else. It's just, and I'll go, we could do another stream where people want to ask me questions live. You know me, Canal. I've never backed down from a little tussle or squabble online. I enjoy it. I haven't done it in a while, but anytime, anywhere is my motto. Because here's the thing, unless you own something beyond a small 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment, you can't talk to me. We're speaking 2 different languages. You're speaking Swahili, I'm speaking alien futuristic shit. Different levels.
You had to give him the African tone, the Swahili.
You know what I'm saying? I had to hit the niggas with the monkey science.
Wow.
This nigga Murray's racist. Oh, man.
The undertones, I swear to God, bro.
I'm just saying, like, unless you own buildings, unless you own a restaurant, bar, and hotel, shut up. Listen, learn something. I don't want to hear about the suite you stayed in for a week or how many hookers you bought last week. I don't care. You have no power. I can hire people. I can make a phone call right now. Hey, my friend's looking for a job. Hire them wherever you got, you know. And by the way, Colombia's minimum wage went up a lot, by the way. I don't know if you guys really pay attention to that. But Colombia, you know, they're doing good minimum wage wise. And they pay their workers and they have to provide them with health benefits and time off. So Colombia's, you know, having a job in Colombia is actually really good right now. That's just a side note. But you niggas can't call nobody to do nothing. So I don't want to hear about, you know, how you balled out one weekend in Colombia and yo, we got the pool and we got tank. I don't care about none of that. What power do you have? And niggas don't understand power. And this could be dudes that have money. I'm not saying, look, they didn't stop making $1 when they made mine. I know a lot of guys with way more money than me. It's not about amount. It's about what you're doing with it. If you're tricking it all off, when we go to these countries, that's where I can walk in certain spaces and have conversations in certain rooms, and you're stuck on the outside yelling from the bleachers. That's just the facts of the matter. So when people say, well, meet me where I'm at, I'm not meeting you nowhere. How about that? When the place is built, you're not even going to see me. What you think, I'm going to be at the front desk in the hotel carrying bags? I dropped the link. If you want to go stay there, cool. If not, Colombians support my business. I don't need you. You're not going to hurt my business. Like, go ahead.
Right. For those that came late, I'm going to re-drop the Instagram link that he's referring to. So you can see his receipts. Like I said, we try to bring brothers on here that are actually doing it, not talking about it. And they're verifiable.
Oh, did you play the link where I'm going through picking out the materials?
Yeah, I played that while you were talking. You were basically doing a voiceover while you were talking about you not on my level. And they were going through the materials at the same time you were talking. So it was like, damn, he timed that shit perfect.
Oh shit. And there's another video where we're walking outside the construction site to be.
Yeah, you were standing outside the building and it was projecting the multi-story tall like a condo that you were going to be building on the outside of what it was at that point. Yeah, I was playing those while you were talking.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. That's what's up, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like we're building. I'm a developer. I'm a hotelier. I know that niggas don't understand what that is. That means you own a hotel. You run a business that has to do with the hotel. Hotelier. Okay, that's what they call it. I'm not a purchaser of real estate. I'm a developer of projects. There's levels, my boy. Now, I'm not saying guys don't have money. What I'm saying is a lot of guys who have money don't even know what to do with it, and they don't have the connections to actually do something with it. You can
I
have
got a
like $10
question
million
for you,
in the
Marty.
bank right now.
Here you go.
ahead.
This is the video of the building as it sits right now and the projection. But go ahead and talk over that while you. So go ahead and ask your question, and then they can actually see what's going on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Fearless.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Marty. My question is this, because this is what has been hesitant. Only I've invested in my own property because, you know, someplace I'm gonna stay, but I've always been hesitant to invest in, you know, a property that needs to run itself, like a restaurant or hotel, if I'm not physically there all the time. Because I just, you know, I've just heard the horror stories of people who invested in, you know, hair salon and the people stealing from them, or, you know, especially if they're absent and they're not there all the time. So I never wanted a job overseas. So how do you circumvent that?
You have to have, one, obviously trust, and you have to have relationships. Like, put it to you like this: Alonzo Hall is my financial advisor. He's a Jamal, okay? I trust him with millions of dollars which he's invested. He has put me on. I give the flowers when they're due. He has, because of Alonzo Hall, he has showed me how to invest money and then how to move it internationally. Now, once I build that relationship with him and we did what we did, for the last 3 to 4 years, he's been the top person in his company. You know why? Not just off of me. I know other people that I've introduced him to that spent way more. I got a guy who's, and I'm not going to say his name, but Alonzo, if you listening, I got a guy who I introduced Alonzo Hall to that spends $60K a year just on his insurance policy. And that's taken Alonzo to the top of his company. Now, while I cultivated that relationship with Alonzo, I also built the relationship with the guys overseas. Now, the first thing that we did was the hotel, then the restaurant, then the bar. It's been running for about 2 to 3 years now without a hitch. The ROIs are up. The renovations are ongoing. We once we took over the hotel, floor by floor, we're renovating, putting in the elevator. The next thing we have to do, we have to put a pool on the roof with a restaurant on the roof. We already changed the transformer outside to support the elevator. We've already renovated a lot of the floors. I think we got like 2 floors more to go. We built the restaurant and the bar. Like, stuff is happening, you know. But to your question, you have to lock in with guys that are trustworthy, that are not going to play games. And like, you're right, horror stories are there. But it's almost, when you have a good relation, everything's relationships in this world. Because when you're spending, let's just say at least $500,000, that's a lot of money for anybody to spend on anything. So if you're going to hand that to somebody overseas, you have to obviously have your paperwork and ducks in a row. You always got to have a lawyer, whatever you do. But you have to have a game plan and a timetable. And this way you can kind of like fact check, like, okay, we're going to start building this date. If it doesn't happen that date, I need to know why. What's going on? Oh, yeah, we got a 2-week delay because we had to file for the permit and we had to make some changes. All right, cool. So 2 weeks later, hey, how did that go? Everything's cool. These guys are giving me updates with everything. Even if I don't ask for these updates, I'm getting updates. Hey, this is what happened. Hey, don't worry about the earthquake. We're untouched. All these things you want to keep, you know, and when you have that relationship with people, you know, because people look at me and sit on the sidelines. Let me see how it works out for Marty, and then maybe next time I'll invest. And that's fine. But that's what happens. They see what I'm doing is working, and they're like, yo, I want to get down with that. And I don't gatekeep. A lot of people, if they're successful, they don't really put dudes on. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of dudes out here that make a lot of money, or I should say take a lot of money, and they sell this prosperity gospel, but I've never seen anybody be successful behind none of that. I never met anybody who took some course or subscribed to this guy and say, hey, I was broke and in 3 years, now I got $1 million. I have people in my group, like, I'll give you one scenario. I don't know if you guys know, if you wanted your M visa, you at least have to spend 50 grand on a property or a business. I don't know if anybody really knows that. But if you're investing through one of these pipelines that I got, the minimum amount you could invest, if that's what you really wanted to do, you can invest 50 grand and get access to your M Visa. Now you would say, well, what's the difference between doing it that way or doing it another way? Because good luck finding an apartment for $50,000. And keep in mind, when you're overseas, unless you're willing to pay extremely high interest rate, you're not going to get a loan. And you're only going to get a loan if you know people. I got people that give out loans. Like, say, for instance, if a place costs $400,000 and you say it costs $512 and you have $400,000 and you need to finance $120, that $120 might be at 12 to 16%. But if you don't have any other way to get that capital, you might have to just chalk it up and pay it off as quickly as possible. Otherwise, if you don't even have the access to get a loan internationally, the banks in America are only going to give you $50K at a drop. And they're going to tax you, not tax you, the interest rate is going to be out of this world. On top of that. And you're going to have to pay that back immediately starting like next month. So everything is relationship. It's hard to explain outside of that. Because you would say to yourself, well, if I invest this money, what safeguards do I have? You got to have your paperwork. You got to have lawyers. But then you got to have access to a lawyer. Like, if I wanted to take any one of you guys, or even in the chat room, I say, oh, I got the money to buy something. Do you have a lawyer? Do you know how to even move the money internationally without causing red flags? You know, do you know how to send your money to Allianz bank account? If anybody knows what that is. Do you have the people on the other end that know how to receive it and document it? Because everything in Colombia, they want to make sure it's not money laundering. So everything has to be done correctly. You just can't PayPal somebody. Do you even know where to go to get that done? So this is what I'm trying to say to people. So that's the base level ground floor thing. That's like step -1. Then it comes to actually doing stuff with people that you trust and going to Colombia. You see me. The other video, I'm literally walking through. They have this place in Colombia. It's kind of like a mall, but only filled with stuff for house. So imagine an entire mall where you have nothing but light fixtures, carpets, jacuzzis, flooring, kitchen apparatuses, refrigerators, the whole place. If you're building a building, this is where you go, because you can go in there and say, listen, I have an 18-story building or a 13-story high-rise building. I'm going to need about 8 floors of the same material. What kind of deal can we work out? Because obviously you're not going to pay full price if you're buying in bulk. But, you know, how do you even know where to go and how to talk? If you're going there like an American trying to negotiate your own prices, good luck. You know, and this is what I'm saying. So it's a lot more than just walking up into a foreign country with the big shiny belt buckles, y'all. And I'm just like, when I see all these videos like, I just got kicked out of Colombia. They don't like black people. I'm like, dog. It's just so funny, you know. And I lost weight from there. I look kind of big in that picture. I ain't gonna lie. I lost a lot of weight since then. You know, you got that other video you could throw in there where we pick out the materials? That video is cool.
And while we doing that, I do want to give a shout out to King of Dreams. He's always been a supporter. Cuba trip with us. Loved it. He gave a $5 super chat. Shout out to that brother. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Kings and Dreams. You know, so this is what I, you know, when people are complaining about Colombia, I'm like, you got to understand, you're in the bottom rung social economically over there. Like, nobody respects you get mad and put your foot down. They say, so what? We don't need your money. Bye. That's why a lot of content creators are running scared now. It's the truth. Like, I know this, you know, sounds real sad and doom and gloom, but I'm like, yo, man, it is what it is. Y'all got to start owning shit. Sorry. I mean, you know, and like I said, you see me, I'm with Colombians. We're, local people. Everything that we're doing, we have the architects. They're doing the 3D renderings. You could pick, if you bought a floor in this particular thing, you buy the floors. There's no apartments. There's floors. So when I say I got the top 2 floors and the first 2, got the entire floor, pools on both of them in one building. So do the math. Like if there's 13 stories and I own 4 of those 13 stories, that's only 8 people that are going to be in that building other than me. That's amazing. Less foot traffic. So like I said, I'm not even trying to say this to stunt, but it's just like somebody has to tell y'all what time it is. I don't know what's going on in the States. I don't know what Keisha's up to. Don't care. I'm overseas. I'm doing other stuff. You see what I'm doing when it comes to the real estate game, the developing game, and then as a social networking tool, you see what I do when it comes to photos. There's nobody in or outside the travel space that can mess with me when it comes to quality content. I stand on it. I don't care. I mean, listen, we can meet. We can do a Cash App challenge. I'm sure they don't want to do that, but it's just, there's nobody. And when it comes to the connections that I have in these different countries, listen, it could be New York City, because I was doing this in New York. It could be Germany. Doing this in Germany. We don't even want to talk about Colombia. Colombia's too easy for me. Brazil, I'm starting to crack that egg. I ain't gonna lie. Brazil is very tough. When you compare it to Colombia, they don't have like a modeling market like they do in Colombia. Usually, like the girls that are real deal models that are from Brazil travel to France and sign with Wilhelmina. Like all hot Brazilian models don't model for a Brazilian company. They sign to a European country. So it's a little bit tougher in Brazil. But like I said, everybody takes L's. I share my L's. I have no problem because we get more wins than L's over here. So I'll tell you in a second. Like, yeah, a lot of times people cancel shoots on me, but then I'll work with a really popular girl. Then they double back. Oh, I'm just sorry. And it's like, hey, you was busy, so now I'm busy. That's just how it go. Yes, sir. Trying to look at the comments. I didn't even see all these comments here.
I'm sorry I had to step away for a minute. I thought Fearless would take care of me, but he didn't. This next video you guys are seeing is him basically home shopping. But if you listen to the game that he was putting down, basically he owns the top couple floors and the bottom couple floors. And in the middle, guess what he can do? He can upcharge those floors so that it basically pays for the top and the bottom of the floor.
Yeah, like the money.
Don't play with me. I know what you're doing, bro. I know exactly what you're doing. You already paid for the land, right? You paid for everything, the development, and you offset the cost between those floors.
But check this out.
Do on those floors, yeah.
But check this out. I don't have a mortgage,
right?
So there's no cost. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's everything profit at this point. Exactly. So day one, you see what I'm saying? That's the game. Like I do stuff where there's no mortgage. A lot of guys, they got to do 30-year mortgages. My thing is like, but overseas, the mortgage game is not like the U.S. See, U.S., they'll put you in debt for 30 years and hopefully you'll default because that works for the bank. Overseas, you'll have people that own that place for 30 years, but they already have it paid off because there's no mortgages over there. So a lot of times when you want to buy an apartment from somebody and you try to comp it to like apartments down the road or in the neighborhood, if they don't feel like matching your comps, they tell you go fuck yourself because they own it. It's not costing them anything to keep it because eventually somebody will buy it. And that's what people don't understand.
Once you own it, especially if you have a building, all the other people that are staying and leasing the property is paying for whatever overcost you got, even property tax. which in most
Oh, yeah,
countries,
that-
property
It's
tax
nothing.
ain't shit in a lot
Ain't
of countries.
nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Not like
these-
America, where they come back and take
Yeah.
your shit from you. Property tax in these countries are like
It's nothing.
pennies on the dollar.
It's-
Pennies
so-
on the
so-
dollar per year.
So like we already did the ROI and the potential. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not gonna give too many ideas on what, because I ain't telling them the whole business. They gotta subscribe to the Substack. But is the square footage that we got for the neighborhood that we got, the location that we got, and also in proximity to the beach that they're building, and the other hotel high rise that's going up is going to be right over the hotel stop, like the train stop. It's like as soon as the train pulls in, people get off the train, and if you have like out of town people, it's going to be fluid. You know,
Now,
people
are
gonna be
you
coming and
building
going.
are you building the condos or the floors per American specs when it comes to like AC outlets? It's a pain in the ass moving to another country and they got 120 or 220 as an outlet power.
Yeah,
voltage,
everything's going to be
and you gotta have
American
converters. Right.
Yeah, everything's gonna
water
be like-
heaters in the rooms, all that, because a lot of people don't have
Yeah.
central AC. They don't have their
Nah,
own
it's gonna
separate
be
water heater.
everything-
You got to have the little.
Everything is
Yeah.
going to be
You gotta
up
go
to date.
tankless, Ronin. Tankless water heaters.
Yeah, everything's gonna be. There's gonna be
Yeah.
ACs, even though you don't need an AC in Colombia. There's going to be ACs. Everything is going to be to spec. It's going to be like modern. Everything's going to be modern, and they have 5 different styles. Like my places, because I'm the developer, I literally sat with the architects for like 3 days when I was there in April, and I had them build my places custom. Because I don't want mine to be like everybody else's. And because I'm a developer, I get to come in on the ground floor and say, this is what I want. This is how I want it to look. This is how I want the pool to be, the sauna, the steam room, the pizza oven, the DJ booth, all that. I'm able to customize my own spot. They do have 5 different visual styles, from modern to oriental to like a contemporary. They have like a look that you can choose between. It's going to be like the same layout per floor, but you can
Right.
also choose to look if you want something a little bit more modern, dark, or you want something contemporary, or they even have like a classical style where it's like the women would probably like that more. And they have a Japanese kind of oriental style. It's dope. So we went with 5 different types of looks that the people who are actually buying the floors could, choose from. Me personally, I had to do mine custom because I'm like, my shit got to be different. As a developer, I was like, I got to be different with my shit. So we sat down for like 3 days. And like I said, part of what you see in the video is me picking out my materials. I want my floor to look like this. I want this jacuzzi. I want that sauna with the speakers, the Bluetooth. Yes, because I'm looking at it like this. It's not about me living there. If I'm Airbnb-ing this out, you want to have amenities. You want to
Right.
be able to list those amenities so they can see, okay, I could either go to a bland hotel, or I could come here with my girls and we got the whole place, and we don't necessarily have to leave if we don't want to. And I told them I want my place to be Instagrammable at every corner. Like if they want to do a photo shoot, because I do photos and video.
Right.
So I already
Might
I
as
was
well
like,
set it.
listen.
Hey, and now you offset the cost on studio.
Yeah,
now
the
you
whole
charging for
place.
studio costs. Come on, taxation, man. Come on,
Yo,
stop playing.
We already in talks with yoga companies that do yoga, group yoga. So when I'm not there, hey, listen, you if you want a rooftop that also has a pool, jacuzzi, steam room, and enough space for you and your entire yoga class to get busy and watch the whole city, you could rent out my space. So there's a lot, listen, we're going to do maybe a follow-up. They're doing the commercials now.
Right.
They're going to have commercials where they, once, because the way it works when you're developing a place, obviously you have all the specs and the looks of the place, but they can't market it until you get the permits and buy the land. Like I knew about this place like a year and a half ago. I was already on top of it. But now that the paperwork is going through, now they can actually market it to other people. What I was doing with my people in my Substack, before the opportunities became opportunities, I was putting them on. Hey, listen,
Right.
this is going down. Anybody want? It's no pressure. Nobody has to do anything. But when people say meet me where I'm at, I'm like, well, hey, did you join the Substack? Oh no, it's too expensive. Well, I can't meet you nowhere, because if you can't get in a Substack, what you want me to do? See, a lot of people, they just want you to hand them stuff for free. Nobody hands me anything for free. So it's like, all this information that I have, I ain't even really told y'all nothing yet. But all this information that I have, I spent money of my own, whether it's time and or money. Nobody gifted me anything. So now that I have all this information and connections, I'm like, okay, let me build a space for me. And the people who want to get down and want to hear real actual stories, see real visuals. Every other day I'm at the beach filming something new. Like, and it's crazy. The beach is crazy. I'm gonna just tell you, like, it goes down. And you want to see what is real life, like. I'm also working with content creators that are in Brazil. I'm trying to do some walking and talking videos with them. Not me on the video, but that's what they do. But I'm like, let me shoot you, give you that high quality footage. Let's collaborate. Because I understand what connection means. I'm not even saying this person over here could do something for me, but she might know somebody who can. And dudes are so cheap. I remember one guy, he was like, yo, what do I do if I can't, I think he said, if I can't get girls to pay for me to take photos for them? I said, do it for free. What do you mean do it for free? I'm like, do it for free.
Yep.
Who's gonna say no to a free photo shoot? But
and then if you do a good job, it's on you. It's on you at that point.
Yeah. Once you start,
they're gonna
yeah. Once you start doing good work, people take notice. Now, people are gonna say, "Yo, I need you to do something for me." You could say, "Hey, I would love to do it for free, but my time costs money. Let's work something out." If they really want you that bad, they'll pay you. But you see, in the black community, I call it the monkey community, they want free bananas. Hey, give me them free bananas. Oh, you should give it to me free because I'm a real nigga. Like, this is what they want. Beta. These Mickey Mouse niggas. Like, it's like, yo, like, it. Listen, I tell people, listen, if you can't afford the Substack, you can't afford life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Because it's like, this is like the entry. It goes up from there. I have guys in my Substack who invested on this hotel. I gave them all information. I had a video where we did an entire walkthrough when I first got it. Here's the first floor. Here's the second. This is what we're doing. This is the upgrades we're making. We're booked out. I think there was like a Ryan Castro every time there's a concert, the hotel gets super booked out. And obviously, when there's a concert, the hotel prices rise because what is it called? Demand and supply and demand. Right. Everybody's gonna want to stay close to the stadium, so everything goes up. And if you have the best, cleanest hotel, and what's cool about the hotel, you can get a room, and you can customize it. Like, say I got 4 girls, everything folds out into a bed. In some type of way, you can say, hey, I want a 2-bedroom, whatever, but I have 4 people. Can you accommodate me? They'll bring in the sofas that spread out into beds. And then, boom, you wake up in the morning, you're hungry, you go downstairs to the restaurant. You come in from the concert at night, you want a drink, there's a bar. Like, they have it all wrapped up with a chef. They do, like, they do noodle making classes, like the pasta. They teach people how to make pasta like 1 or 2 days out of the week. They host senior citizens. They have group trips from schools. Hey, if you bring your students, we'll kick you back some money. See, I'm just giving y'all like little game on how the Colombian. Yeah, this is little shit. This ain't even really no big dog shit. This is just like this business. You know what I'm saying? And they teaching me like, yo, we can get more money if we do this. we kick back the teachers if they bring their school here. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I would have never thought of that. You see what I'm saying? So you learn as you go, and then you incorporate that into, and this is why I have such a way how I move with people, because let me tell you, when I go to the beach, all the dudes that are from the favelas respect me, because one, I don't come there with the arrogant attitude. I don't come in with this American, I'm better than you. I come in, I sit, I try to speak the language. I film them, I send them. I don't charge them nothing. It's yours. They love it. They love it. Matter of fact, yesterday I filmed this guy on the beach. I was walking with my camera. He's like, "Oh, where you from? Where you from?" I said, "Io so di New York." He's like, "Oh," I said, "Brooklyn." He's like, "Brooklyn." Oh, he's like, "Yo," he says, you know, he said he's from Vidigal. He says he's an artist. I said, go kick something. Yo, the dude put on a nice little, for 1 minute. I put that video up. We did a collaboration on it. It's at like 3,000 now. And the dude was so appreciative because the quality of it was so good.
Right.
And the camera I have, it's not even the most expensive camera that I have, but it's a new camera and it's small. And for them to buy this camera, I told you, the camera's like around $1,200 USD if we bought it in the US. Over there, it's probably like $3,800. It would take them 2 years to work a regular job just to buy this camera. But I'm just giving it to them like, yo. So guess what? I went to the beach today. I shook so many hands. Yo, that video you did was crazy. Yo, shoot me. I showed you that video where I'm shooting the muscle bound chick.
Right.
Everybody, the owner of the Bahaka, that's what they call them, the Bahakas. I'm a personal friend of his. He loves it when I come there. I don't ask for no discounts either. I come there, I shoot something for him, I send it to him, he posts it on, he gets more business. It's just building relationship, and that's the part
that's a big word right there for a lot of guys that don't understand.
Yeah.
Building relationships is key to everything in life.
Yeah.
Business and personal.
Yeah, I got a guy right now that I met in the gym. He's Brazilian, but he lived on the West Coast pretty much all his life. He does he was affiliated with the Tupac estate, but his real main business out here, he does bean exportation for coffee. And he's also an alchemist. And I asked him, I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I could basically make different flavors of coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but I'm just asking questions. He's got a new coffee flavor that it's like a whiskey coffee. It tastes like whiskey. I was like, that's different. Yeah, and he's like, and let me tell you what he does. Because again, I learned from other people. We're talking, we had coffee together. I didn't drink coffee. I had like hot chocolate, but we got together and he was like, yo, you know the gym that we go to? I was like, yeah. He said, they all drink my coffee for free. He said, everywhere in this neighborhood, I just give it away. And as we started going into different stores, everybody acknowledged. He was like the Teflon Don of coffee. I swear to God.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you're like the coffee king. Like this guy is popular. Mm-hmm. And then he manages actresses that are in like telenovelas out here. He showed me today. He's like, he took this one girl. He said he's not smashing or nothing like that, but she got girlfriends that she's going to introduce him to.
But you know, a good way of meeting somebody is at a coffee shop. So even him doing recruiting for his agency, he might see a chick in the coffee shop and say, hey, do you have a portfolio?
Yeah, and like I said, he was just talking. He was breaking down the game to me. He was like, listen, he was like, yo, you know why I got 6 brand new cars? I was like, damn, nigga. Like Dave Chappelle. I was like, damn. Right. I was like, you got 6 cars? He's like, yeah. He says, when you're an exporter, one of the tax loop benefits is that you get credits. And he says, I have so many credits, I just go buy cars. And he says, I have trouble storing them. It's not even the car. It's like moving them around in storage all the time. And he says, when I come out, these chicks always see me in a different car. and it's like his way. He be like low key stunting, but he be rolling around with it. And now, if you know, any car that's not made in Brazil costs an arm and a leg. An American car in Brazil is going to cost like a Mercedes. A Mercedes in Brazil is going to cost like a Lambo. So this dude's walking around with all these crazy cars. If you have a nice car in Brazil, you're considered to be a part of like the one above the 1%.
1%, yeah.
Like a nice car. I ain't talking about the little bullshit one. I mean like a nice car, like something that you would drive in the States. So when you roll out in a Navigator, brand new Navigator, 2025 to 26, people, that's impressive for Brazil, because that tariff, that import is through the roof. I told you earlier.
Here in the Philippines, they only have car lots, bro. You have to order the car and have it shipped to you. The only way you can buy a car here, it has to be used because somebody already paid the import tax on it. You know, other than that, you're ordering the car, you go into it's a storefront. You can go in a storefront, and some storefronts are restaurants or coffee shops too, but they have an actual car there. And you go in, you look at the different models, and you order it custom the way you want it, and they ship it into the Philippines, but you got to pay everything up front. They can't afford to hold cars on a lot here. They ain't that kind of country.
This is what I'm trying to tell dudes. Like, they come into these countries with little money. And I'm not saying people don't have money. It's just like, your money doesn't move nothing besides hookers or, you know, the local restaurants. Like, that's cool for a personal lifestyle. But again, overall, I guess what I'm trying to say is the reason why the perception of us is basically on some monkey shit in these foreign countries, because we don't run shit. We don't even run shit in America. Right. So it's like running shit in other countries. Like, I can't even get niggas in America to do a lemonade Negro pop stand. Like, niggas is so cheap. Like, no, nigga, I ain't spending shit. But they have all the Jordans. They got all the bullshit. So telling niggas to invest overseas, it's like a different language to them. They don't even invest where they live. And we could go, like, I got properties in Jersey. If we gonna talk domestic, like talk to me nice. Like, these, and I'm not even like bragging. It's just like American properties and real estate to me is rudimentary. I was doing that when I was like early 20s. Like, we grown now. Like, international only. Like, talk to me about that. Like, but I can't have conversations.
That's the main thing about grown men having resources. We keep talking about resources, but I think that skips right over their head. What is an actual resource? It ain't your motherfucking job. That's not a resource.
Some dudes, I make $250,000 a year, but
and when you're fired tomorrow, if you didn't put it up in the right places, don't fucking matter, does it?
Right. Oops. Sorry. It's Brittany. Had to bring Brittany back for a little eye candy.
Oh. You know, I don't know if the two brothers are asleep over there. Let me holler at BK real quick. Appreciate you, brother. You're the one that brought Marty back into the space.
Letting you roll, man. You know, y'all
$5 super chat. Yo, Ronin, will you be allowing people to join the panel to chime in? Because I would love to vouch for Marty's new website podcast on the Substack. Yes, I am going to do it after hours. That's why I wanted to bring the brothers up there. We're at about 2 hours and 27 minutes, and Marty is cooking. And I swear to God, he's just warming up. So we're going to do an after hours open panel. And that's where y'all can come in and shoot the shit and actually ask him direct questions. Y'all got fucking smoke for him and you think he's lying or capping. That will be the space where you could do that at. Marty, are you up for that? Or,
you know, I don't care. They you know, you're lame. I get more girls than you. I made more. I heard. Tell me something new. Like, it's so lame. I'm not saying they're gonna do that, but I heard I don't like the way your forehead looks. You're fat. You're skinny. You can't dress like me. Here's another one. Oh, we'll go to the beach and see who get more girls. Like, it's like, y'all such monkeys. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's what they're gonna say and do. I mean, if they're not on it like that, to me, honestly, it don't matter either way. But it's just like, I like to laugh too. I'm like, but y'all gotta come with, if y'all gonna try to say some funny shit. Because I want to be like, oh, that's real creative. You should be on SNL. Like, yeah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But I hear the same old bland jokes. It might not even be like that this time. Dudes might be on some like real knowledgeable, like, yo, put me on type of stuff. And that's cool.
Right.
But I'm down with the smoke. Listen, I like to listen to some funny shit. So if they want to bring some smoke and, hey, those are not real girls. You hired all those girls. So I'm rich? Are you trying to say that's why I always catch them? I can't be Batman and Bruce Wayne at the same time. It's either I'm broke and lame, or I'm rich and I just pay everybody all this money. I can't be both. Can't be Clark Kent and Superman at the same time. Pick a struggle.
He said pick a struggle.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I heard it all.
Let's do this. I know Fearless and Canal, they got bedtimes and kids to take care of. So y'all brothers down to do an after hours panel, or are y'all wanting to end it right here at 2 hours and 30 minutes? And the minute the outro goes off, the intro is coming up for the new show, the after hours debrief. You gentlemen have it in your emails right now, right along with the thumbnail. I'm already done with that shit. It's sitting there. So if you guys want to do this, and if the panel or the chat wants to join us on the after hours debrief, we will open up the panel, because we already talked about the details. Now y'all want to challenge them. Y'all got cap for them. Come with the smoke. You know, and let's have a real conversation about real business and having the right structured mind analytically, and don't come with that emotional bullshit.
Yeah, no crying. I don't like the way you talked about me. I'm not a monkey. Come on. I'm not a monkey. So, I'm a real man.
Black Man Travels, are you there? Are you down for after hours show, or are you guys cutting out for the night and I'll run that show independent?
I'm here. I can stick around for probably 30 minutes and then I'm gonna log off.
All right, so we're gonna end this show so we can can this one, because it's control. And gentlemen, and like I said, check your emails. Fearless, you got something before we close this panel and open up the new one so that we can actually do the open panel?
Gonna listen in on the other one. I got my man Mike here, so I'm gonna take care of him. He out inside listening in, looking at the booties.
Yes, sir. And we can have more of that on that show too. It's later at the night for you guys in America, so I'm just starting. So let's go ahead and shut this one down. We're gonna close this out, and as soon as the outro music ends, I can start the new stream. That'll give you gentlemen time to go in your emails and hit the link for the new show, and you guys can come right back up. So we're just gonna transfer live shows, and we're gonna end this one now. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys coming on the panel. Obviously, Lion's Den is in full effect again. Welcome back, Marty. Marty's doing some big things out there, obviously, and showing the receipt. And everybody in the chat, we appreciate you guys coming on as well. And you could have been anywhere in the world right now and listening to anybody, but you guys chose and you supported our channel, and we really, truly do appreciate it. All I can do is ask you guys, if you're on the replay or even in the live tonight, hit the subscribe buttons for all these guys' channels. And Marty, I don't know if we put anything out beside for your IG, but if you, because I know you do your Substacks and you're not really sold on YouTube anymore. You're just tired of giving them your money and not seeing returns and them harassing you over it. So I know you're an independent thinker. What we can do in the other live is promote whatever you're doing with your monkey channel. However you call it. What is it? Monkey Talk? Yeah. What's the name of it?
The Monkey Files.
Monkey Files. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're going to promote that on his other live, the Monkey Files. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the end stream. But like I said, as soon as you see the last note of the outro, you're going to see an intro and the new show coming right up on Ronin Travels. Up until then, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Marty. And we'll talk here in not more than 5 minutes. Peace.
Kill the noise, lock the doors. 3 men at the table. No scripts, no retreat, no fear.
Welcome to the Lion's Den.
Welcome to the den, Lion's Den, where the pressure gets heavy and the real stand firm. Welcome to the den, Lion's Den. 3 voices at the table, let the truth be heard. No running, no folding, no hiding behind the BMT, fearless. First through the gate, let the strategist speak. Calm under pressure, but the structure runs deep. Ronin at the table, every word got weight. Study every system, every motive, every state. Veteran discipline play, long range sight. Separate the facts from the noise in the fight. I do not chase trends, I examine the frame. Follow the incentive, then expose the game. Build with a purpose. Stand on the code, carry the pressure, and control the load. No empty performance, no counterfeit shine. Ronin in the den, hold the line. Ronin, hold the line. BMT enters with the passport stamp. Global perspective, every pattern gets mapped. Traveled in an unfiltered, no rehearsed disguise. Seen the world firsthand, so we recognize his lies. Facts in the chamber, context and place. Culture and money examined face to face. Cyber mind sharp, business sense clean. He reads the machinery behind the machine. Receipts for the claim, evidence before spin. BMT brought the world inside the den. Bring the facts. Bring the facts. Bring the facts. Fearless steps forward, tighten your stance. Direct with the question, never dodging the chance. Competition in his blood, business in his mind. When the pressure gets heavy, he does not step behind. Challenge every weakness, every gap in defense. Drive the point home with experience and sense. No fear in the voice, no retreat in the chest. Disagreement is pressure, pressure reeve is the test. No apology often, no convenient bend. Fearless brings the challenge inside the den. Never back down. Fearless, never back down. Fearless.
Three men, different roads. Different scars, different codes. One table, one standard, one den. Who holds the line?
Ronin,
Who brings the facts?
BMT,
Who brings the challenge?
fearless.
Where are we now? The Lion's Den.
Lion's Den, where the pressure gets heavy and the real stand firm. Welcome to the den. Lion's Den, three voices at the table, let the truth be heard. No running, no folding, no hiding behind the fence. Ronin, BMT, fearless.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. Check the levels, cameras ready. Microphones live. Ronin ready. BMT ready. Fearless ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. We are live.